Hello, and welcome to the Downsized. My name is Christopher Durham.
I'm Laraine Durham.
And this is the Downsized Live. This is our regular Wednesday afternoon, evening, depending on where you are in the country, opportunity or world, if our Australian friends are out there. Opportunity
it's tomorrow in Australia.
I know it's tomorrow in Australia, but we get them pretty frequently. There will be someone from Australia.
We do.
Chance to chat, celebrate your wins, talk about what's going on in the news around GLP-1s, whatever you'd like to talk about. So you can leave a question in the comments.
If it's your first time here, let us know in the comments. Just say hi. First time caller, first time viewer. We're getting lots of new people as the word is getting out about GLP-1 medications and how life-changing they are and how much they're changing our health and everything, right? So
did you introduce yourself? I don't think so.
I did not. My name is Laraine Durham. It's my husband of 22 years, Christopher Durham, and together we're the Downsized. So we talk about and we make videos about GLP-1 medications. I usually say weight loss with GLP-1 medications, but really these GLP-1 medications are enabling us to take back our health, right? And as a result, we're losing weight. I'm learning so many things as I go through this journey. We started 2 years ago on September 29th of 2023. And in about 6 months, I lost 50 pounds. And then I've maintained it ever since. What? So I started at 193 pounds. That wasn't my highest all-time weight. We're just talking about that a minute ago. I think my highest all-time weight was in the 230s. I recorded 232 specifically at one of my Weight Watchers restarts, probably, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago. No longer ago than that. Anyhow, so I started this journey, this GLP-1 journey at 193 pounds. Today I weigh 100, I think it was 144 pounds this morning. So that's 49 pounds. So I go between 140 and 145 is kind of my zone that I like to maintain in. And honestly, I still take a once weekly shot. It has been very easy to maintain this weight. I still work at it. I work out, I drink water, I eat protein, what else do I do? I don't know. I do all that. I complain.
That's where she burns her most calories.
Speaking of complaints, no, we'll get to that in a minute. But so I've lost 50 pounds. I've maintained it. My highest dosage was compounded tirzepatide. I was on a 12.5 milligram dose. I hit my goal weight, my first goal weight, and then I dropped down to 10 milligrams. I still kept losing a little bit of weight. Kind of just really, maybe like a pound a month or something like that. Oh, I have my spreadsheet. I kept a spreadsheet. Anyway, now I'm on a 7.5.
All right, I'm going to go get some other water.
Sure.
I got this water, and you probably can't see it, but there's a chunk of some foreign body in the bottom of this water that.
All right, go redo your water.
Go.
He's drinking his water. He's like, there's something in this water. I'm like, yeah, that looks gross. You should throw that out. So speaking of water, hope everybody's brought your water to watch or listen, or maybe you're on the treadmill at the gym listening to this, or maybe you're walking, or maybe you're watching me and you're like, oh, Lorraine's got her Hello Kitty cup again because I love Hello Kitty. So that's just something now you know about me. So I try to drink. Did I drink any water today? I'm thinking. I have drank a little bit of water, but I try to. This has 40 ounces. It holds 40 ounces. It's one of these big, huge Stanley cups. Big dumb cups that everybody's carrying around. So I try to fill this up twice, and that's 80 ounces. I also drink water in the morning when I take my vitamins. I drink water with dinner. Where else do I drink water? I drink coffee in the morning. At lunch, I drink a Diet Coke because I love Diet Coke. I didn't realize there was such a love of Diet Coke. I thought, kind of like food noise. I kind of thought it was only me that heard food noise and only me that had a love for Diet Coke. But apparently there are a lot of people that heard food noise and also loved Diet Coke.
Did we get to did you start on your life story or?
I don't know. I think I diverged.
Oh, you diverged?
Yeah, 193 pounds.
This one morning in 1968.
I wasn't born yet.
I was.
Perhaps you were. He's much older than me.
Yep.
He's 6 months older than me. Anyway, I'm 5'5". I'm 56 years old. I'm a mom of 3 kids, ages 19, 21, and 27, almost 28. So anyway, math. But anyway, I kept a spreadsheet, and because I wasn't, I don't know. I like spreadsheets. In my previous corporate life, I did a lot of spreadsheets. So I found this one, and I was going to say you could go to my Facebook page and download it, but that's not there today. But I think we do have it on our website at thedownsized.org.
I believe so.
They can't take that away from me.
Well, they could hear me getting ice. Sorry, guys.
Really?
Well, I wore the mic downstairs.
Oh.
At least I didn't go to the bathroom.
At least he wasn't going to the potty. Yeah.
Sorry.
Lovely. So, and I really suggest keeping your history either on an app. We're sponsored by the Me Again app, or on a spreadsheet, or some other way. But this way,
I can show you my professional way to do it. This is a new spreadsheet. We call it a Post-it note.
Yeah. So I have now 4 or 5 pages here. And sometimes, and I don't even really update it every week anymore, because it's 144, 145, 143, 145, 144. It's just the same, right? But I do keep tabs. I still do weigh myself every day. We're also sponsored by the Hume Body Pod. If you're looking for a device on
Jojo ran away
to measure your weight, body fat, body water, muscle, stuff like that. There's a link and our code in the description if you want to do that. So yeah, we weigh ourselves every day. Did you weigh yourself today?
Oh yeah.
How much do you weigh today?
186.6, maybe 4 or something like that.
I've stopped saying the points.
No, I always say points.
And that's a big step for me. I just want to tell you how much of a big step that is, that I don't pay attention to the point whatevers anymore, because I paid attention to those point whatevers since I first stepped on a scale at Weight Watchers in 1985. When they had that little scale where they go, the doctor scale where they ka-chunk, 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 and you're standing on the scale and you're holding your breath and you're like, I think I'm going to pass out. Just me? Okay. So anyway, yeah, quit saying the points, whatever. So you're 100 pounds down.
Yeah.
Or 99.6.
Something like that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Who cares? We care. We care a lot, actually.
So I'm Christopher Durham. I'm her husband. Married 23 years this coming March.
23 years in March, folks.
I'm 57 years old. 5'10.5", 186 point whatever, 6 or 4 or something. I don't know. I could look on my app, but I don't even have my phone right here, so I can't do that.
If any of you are attached to your hip,
well, usually I have it because if we have technical problems, people will text me and go, "Hey."
Right? No, I got a new phone. I got the iPhone 17.
Yep. So yeah, we started at the same time in September of 2023. I hit 100 pounds down at about, I don't have a spreadsheet, so it's always very inaccurate. I could go back to my scale app and figure it out. But about 15, 16 months, I hit my total weight down at 100 pounds, and now have been maintaining since March, April, something like that, at the highest dose of tirzepatide, which I achieved, which was 15 milligrams, or really 16.6, but I've been taking 15 for almost a year now. Continues to work. So I don't plan on going down, don't plan on stretching it out. I'm very pleased with where I am, and it's not difficult to maintain. I still have to eat properly, and I can't go eat a dozen donuts or anything like that, but it's working, so it's fine.
Nor do you.
I don't want to eat a dozen donuts. That's not even, that kind of sounds nauseating, actually. So I wouldn't do that. I
have eaten a dozen Krispy Kreme at a setting before.
Ooh, that sounds painful. Let's see who's out there.
Wasn't, but I mean, this was years ago. Deb Marie 55. Deb checking in from chilly North Central Florida. Hello, Deb.
How chilly is it in North Central Florida?
I think chilly to them is like 65.
Well, I mean that.
I don't know.
That's almost Georgia,
relative,
so,
right? Yeah.
But almost South Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I was going to change. This was a little bigger. Let's try
all
that.
right. Oh, yeah. We know Deb Marie. She's been here. Oh, she's a member of Club Downsized. That little symbol next to her name means she has joined our Club Downsized. Our content is always free, but if you'd like to support us further, you can hit that join button and see how you get these little cute emojis next to your name. Sandy Shore. Hey, Sandy Shore. It will be below freezing tonight in Huntersville, North Carolina. Well, thanks for letting everyone know where we live, Sandy.
Well, she didn't say we lived there. She said she lived there.
Oh, that's where Sandy lives. Got it. Anna Hoover is here. Anna says, hi, Deb. Hi, Anna Hoover. What's happening? Anthony's here. Hello, Anthony. Anthony says, hello, everyone. Barb's here. Health at any cost. Where at Deb Marie 55? Barb's in Orlando. Roxanne. Hello. You just
she just said hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
And you were singing already, so well, I knew you were going to sing just as soon as I popped that up there.
I only sang.
Thank goodness there's no Down in the Dale song.
I have to come up with one. I feel like Farmer in the Dale. No, Down in the Dale. No. All right. Hey, Shelly. Jazzy VR1 says, hi, everyone. Hey, Jazzy. Steelers still winning. Linda Bookmiller's here. Hey, Linda. Linda says, hello, everybody. Hope you're doing better today, Linda. Mindy's here. Mayor Mindy. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Mindy. We call Mindy the mayor because she is on these GLP-1 streets on just about any GLP-1 video you might see. You might also see Mindy there.
And we didn't give Mindy that nickname. I believe that was Darium.
Darium is also everywhere on the GLP-1 streets. I don't know if he's with us today.
I haven't seen him so far.
He's usually here, so I'm sure he'll say hello. Anna says, hi, Mindy. My Zep-bound journey. Hello. How's your Zep-bound journey going? So, we've got a used Zep-bound pen here. Deb Kendrick?
I think it's Deborah Kendrick.
Oh, when the words run together, sometimes my mind doesn't want to separate them. Hi there, I just started Trizeptide yesterday. Fantastic. Welcome to the GLP-1 club. So hope you're feeling good there. Juanita Jones says, happy Wednesday, everyone. Hey, Juanita. Brian Silver Health Quest is here. Good evening, all. Hello. Aida is here. Hello, Downsized fam. Hello, Aida. Linda Z, first-time viewer. Yay, Linda, first-time viewer. Woo, 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 woo. Okay. We don't do that for everyone now, Linda. So glad you were the first to say that. Kirsten's Memory says, I didn't see JoJo yesterday. I better see her today or my day will be ruined. Go get JoJo. JoJo.
She was in here, and then I tried to scoop her, and she ran. She was like, and ran. So maybe she'll come back.
Maybe she'll come back in a minute. Stay tuned, Kirsten. We have the JoJo cam all set up. So our cat is named JoJo, and sometimes she comes and sits on the desk with us because she likes to also be on camera. And so we have a JoJo cam. So hopefully we'll get to use it tonight. Peggy Naylor says hi from St. Charles, Illinois. I know somebody who lives in St. Charles, Illinois, or is from there. Isn't Tanya, isn't that where she's from?
I have no idea.
Anyway, Shorty says, hello, everyone. Kate, hiya. 52 and sunny here in Seattle. Sounds lovely. Linda, have you addressed GLP-1 hair loss?
Many times.
Oh, you should say that, Linda.
I started out with a full head of hair.
He had a full head of hair before losing 100 pounds. Now, when I met him 22 years ago, it was...
I had more than this 22 years ago.
But
no, it was a lot more than this. Don't be slender in the hair.
In any case, yes. So anytime you go on a diet or you lose weight, you run the risk of losing hair. So what can we do about this while we're taking a GLP-1 medication? Number one thing is you need to make sure your body is getting enough nutrition. So you need to eat protein. And you need to be getting other micronutrients into your diet, fruits and vegetables, but eat your protein first, then try to eat some vegetables for vitamins and fiber. And then if you can still eat, you can fill in with some other things, but you need to eat protein. You need to be eating enough. How much protein is enough? I don't know. There's protein calculators online. You can also ask your doctor. Everyone's needs are different. Personally, and I'm not a doctor. We have not said that yet. We are not doctors. We are not doctors. This is not medical advice. I personally try to get 30 grams of protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I try to get between 80 and 100 grams of protein daily. So that's very important to maintain your muscle, to maintain your hair. You also want to be gentle on your hair. I maybe switch to a satin pillowcase or, a better shampoo. Don't brush your hair when wet. All those other best practices for just general good hair health. Some people like the Nutrafol vitamins. They're a little expensive, but people do like them for hair and hair growth. We've got a link to them in our Amazon store. So if you go in the description or on our website at thedownsized.org and click on store, there's our Amazon store. We've got a bunch of products that we recommend or we have used on our GLP-1 journey.
Generally, what's reported is that that's a short-term side effect. And if you lose hair over the course of it, as you continue treatment and then go into maintenance, your hair will come back. It's not a permanently lost thing typically. I won't say it never is, because there's no such thing as never, but.
Well, and my hair, I did notice my hair was falling out, like in the middle of that 6-month period when I was losing weight, like right in the middle of that, like I hit like 35, 40 pounds down. I had noticed, there's a lot of hair coming out. My hair seems thinner. And then when I went into maintenance, it started coming back. Now I have a lot of hair. I've always had a lot of hair. So I don't know. It just depends on, how you were before you started, I think also too. You are the best at it. Hey, Jess, she just gifted 10 Downsized memberships. Thank you. So YouTube will assign these randomly to 10 lucky watchers. You are now members of Club Downsized. What does that mean? Well, we have a special Tuesday night live only for Club Downsized members. We had one last night, and we also have a Facebook page that is for Club Downsized members only. You have to know the secret password. So, I can't say that now, or else everyone will know.
It won't be a secret.
It won't be a secret. But you can go on the community tab of our YouTube page, and I've posted it there. I need to post it again because I haven't posted it in a while, but it's on there. Okay. Speaking of Facebook, so 2 years ago, I started a Facebook page for GLP-1 tips and tricks, and I called it Terzepatide Tips and Tricks. And then we started this YouTube channel, and so that Facebook page turned into the Downsized Adventure with Laraine and Christopher. Had about 3,000 members, and then today, randomly, I got a notice from Facebook that my page had been shut down. And I was like, really? Okay, why? So I go through, click through. Oh, you were trying to sell prescription drugs on your Facebook page. Well, no. And we've even tried to avoid even mentioning any drug names on Facebook because they get really squirrely about that. So I've appealed it. Hopefully it will be restored, but if not, that's the breaks. A lot of content creators have gotten their content taken down or removed. So you can follow me. That was a group, the Downsized Adventure with Christopher and Laraine. You can follow the Downsized. I have created on Facebook just a profile called the Downsized. You'll see our picture, so you'll know it's us. So you can follow us there. You can follow us on Instagram at the Downsized. We're also on TikTok as The Downsized. Christopher manages that page, and I'm on TikTok as Laraine from The Downsized.
Most importantly, you can go to our website, thedownsized.org, and sign up for our email list, because that's something we own and they cannot take it away. There's no algorithm or nobody sitting anywhere that can go, nope, delete.
Yeah.
We own those and we can always get information to you.
And we don't send out emails very often because honestly, we're too busy making videos every day to work on an email. But
it was a very active community, and a number of you were moderators of it. And I think the moderators did a really good job of kind of
really did
keeping out, first of all the spammers and people that like to come. And
so shout out, thank you to Michelle Frank and
Nydia.
Mark Clemens and Nydia. They were moderators. I think that Darium might have been a moderator on that. Darium's a moderator on this YouTube. So here comes Jojo. Jojo, you want to come up here?
Anyway, so stay tuned. We filed it. I know if you guys follow Brittany Rose, I think she lost hers today as well, or this week. And Allie, I think from Fit Flavor Fun, I think hers is still down as well. So that the algorithms are not friendly to this conversation. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
You can follow my personal page on Facebook, Laraine Durham, but I'm not accepting any more Facebook friend requests. And then I'm also not posting everything publicly. So some things I don't want to be public, and so because that's my personal page. So but you can follow us on all the other pages and platforms that I mentioned. You want to come up here, Joe? Come here, Joe.
Joe walked in. Maybe she'll hop up. Let's see here. Christy Zwarek says, what do you recommend for low sugar electrolyte supplements? Thanks, Christy from Nashville. I'll let Laraine answer that because I do not recommend electrolytes. I'm not a fan.
Now, I like electrolytes. Do you need electrolytes? Ask your doctor if you need electrolytes, okay? Because I'm not a doctor, but I do like them when I'm working out. So which ones do I like? I like Element L.
Is Element low sugar?
MT. Yeah, it's no sugar.
Oh.
They're super salty. They're a little pricey. I have a link that you can click on my link and get a 5-pack sample pack free with your purchase. And Mindy asked me for it yesterday, and I don't know where it is because we're not sponsored by them, but I get any Element gives everybody a link, and if someone uses your link, then you get a free box. And I like it, so I've gotten a couple free boxes here and there. So Element, there's a couple good ones at Aldi if you have an Aldi near you. Walmart sells some sugar-free electrolytes. Liquid IV and the sugar-free is good. They have some flavors I like there. I look for sugar-free for sure. Hey, Jamie Seltzer's here. Go sign up for their email list, everyone. Hey, Jamie Seltzer. Okay, so we did an interview with this lovely man. He started at 652 pounds, and now he's under 300. Wait, what did it say? I think it said his weight on his little profile picture. Thank you, Jess. 298 pounds. Simply amazing. And for all of you who are out there saying, oh, I just started, I'm not losing any weight. Jamie has told us that he really had to get up to those higher doses. I think 10 milligrams. Jamie, you can tell me if that's right or not, before he really started seeing any weight loss. So some people lose weight right off the bat on the lower doses. Some people need to titrate up and go through the doses. So, everybody is different. But, I'm so happy that most people can lose weight with these GLP-1 medications and reclaim your health.
Absolutely.
And you can follow Jamie on, he's everywhere. TikTok, Instagram. Are you on Instagram, Jamie? TikTok mainly. And every time I go on TikTok, I think Jamie's on there live. So you can join in his live discussions. And he's got super great tips, super great motivational tips. I get motivation from Jamie's daily mindset
All right.
tips.
Johanna says, on Zepbound, 14 months, only lost 20 pounds, went up to 15 milligrams last week.
All right. Well, if you've lost any weight at all, it's working for you. So, I would just say keep going, keep taking your weekly shot. Don't skip any shots for sure. And, once you get to that top dose, what are some other things to look at? Look at
Well,
what you're eating. Look at the protein. Look at your water. Look at your activity. Look at, talk to your doctor. Is there something, you might need that?
Do you have other
can help
issues
you.
going on too?
You
So
do
these
have other issues.
these are metabolic medications that if you're a type 2 diabetic and it's improving your A1C, it might be working so hard to do that.
Yeah.
That's what it needs to do. Let's see here.
Isn't she a diva? She's such a diva. That's JoJo. Yes. All right, JoJo. Oh, JoJo Cam. She's looking the wrong way. Oh, there she is. Oh, look how cute she is. Hey, JoJo.
She's like right there. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, Joanna, the other thing I would tell you is we interviewed a doctor at Obesity Week in Atlanta. You can go back and watch. I think his name was Michael Weintraub. And I did a short from the interview because one of the things that he said is that if you're not reaching the goal that you want to reach, or the medicine is failing you, or you think you're failing, it's not you failing, it's the medicine failing you. And it just might not be the right medicine for you yet. Fortunately, there's a lot of medicines in development. So we know here in the next year, we should see orforglipron, the daily oral from Lilly. Obviously, Wegovy, the daily oral, just came out. We should see CagriSema, which has semaglutide and amylin in it, which is a different active, which might work for you. We should see at the beginning of 2027, hopefully, retatrutide. So that has a third acting in it. So it's basically tirzepatide, so GIP, GLP-1, and then it has a glucagon in it. So as they introduce more medications and more ways that these drugs have action in your body, the likelihood that something is going to work for you increases, and it gives doctors more tools in their toolbox to go, well, guys, Joanna maybe needs something different than what Christopher needs. Right now, we really have 2 that work well.
2.
And what we probably need is 10, 12. So
yeah,
it's coming. It is coming. Let's see here. Everybody's telling thank you for the free membership. Santa says hi, JoJo.
JoJo says hello. Todd Stevenson says, definitely enjoyed watching some of the interviews of Oprah and enjoyed our broadcast as well. Can't get enough of the enough. Yeah. So Oprah came out with a new book. Actually, it's Dr. Anya Yasterboff and Oprah's book, and it's called Enough. And it came out yesterday. And Oprah's been on every talk show along with Dr. Anya, talking about their book, which has been fantastic. And we're going to do a book club talking about the book Enough. It's going to start on Thursday, February 12th, which is, I said Thursday at 7 p.m. here. So if you want to get a copy of the book, it's available on Amazon. If you want to click through our Amazon store, I've got it on our Amazon store. So you can do that as well. It's just, and I've started reading it. I'm only on page 42 because I don't know, I've been busy today. I've been trying to read it and then I get distracted and have other things to do. But it's really just the fact that here you've got this doctor from Yale and Oprah Winfrey, who everybody knows her weight struggles, right? Saying that obesity is a disease, it's a progressive disease, and it's not our fault, right? So and the enough point, well, you'll have to read the book and we'll talk about it, but very excited to read it. It's got some really good information in there, especially for people who maybe haven't heard the fact that obesity is a disease. So if you've got a friend or a family member and they're saying, well, why don't you just diet and exercise? Well, obesity is a disease. So believe me, I've certainly tried to diet and exercise. I've never counted up all the diets I've done. One lady in this book said she'd been on 47 different diets. So I'm probably I'm probably right there with her, but it's really interesting.
Jeremy says, I wonder if you switched to 4G mode. Jeremy, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't know. Jazzy says, sorry to hear about the Facebook.
Yeah, thanks. Anthony says, Laraine, did you say the highest weights you've used for your workout classes is 15 pounds? Yes, that is indeed correct. Are there higher weights than that? I think there's 20 and 25-pound free weights for the exercise classes. I just started 15, but I want arms like yours. Ha ha ha. How long does it take? Well, don't hurt yourself, right? So, I mean, I've been working out at this gym where I go and doing these little classes, not little classes. I've been doing these classes for 3 years, 4 years. Yeah. So start, you want it to feel heavy. Like I had been using 10-pound weights and then before.
But tell them what kind of classes these are, because she's not actually lifting weights. It's not like she's deadlifting or anything. These are activities, right? They're like routines. And
so the class that I take at the gym, I go to a gym that's also a senior center. So there's a lot of 55 and up people that go to this gym. I like that because I'm one of the youngest ones. Haha. But this class that I go to that just started at the New Year is called a strength and mobility class. So it uses free weights. So there's free weights that you can pick up from 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20, 25 maybe is the highest it goes in this particular room. Now there's a weight room, the big scary room that people are afraid to go into, that has like all the machines and all, a lot higher over there. But in this room where I'm doing this strength and mobility class, I did go up to 15 this past week. And I had been 10, 12, but I really, the teacher was like challenging us. And I wanted, if people are in the room watching me, I will tend to do better than if I'm in my home by myself. Because if I'm in my home by myself and nobody's watching, I'm going to be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I got other things to do or clothes to put away or something, so I get distracted. Imagine that. I would just say, start with 2 or 3 times a week, get some exercise routines going with your free weights. If you go to a gym, maybe go to the front desk and ask, at the front desk, if there's someone who could show you some exercises or someone who could show you the machines, because a lot of times they're willing to do that for free. What did you do? What are you doing?
Adjusting the camera to get JoJo in.
Why did it get dark? You moved that light.
I adjusted this. I did adjust it down. It's not really look over here. That's what it looks like.
Got a lot of screens in the room.
We do have a lot of screens.
Right.
Lovely one says, question. Are you full-time YouTubers yet? Yes, we are full-time YouTubers. So essentially what we did was take a look at our other full-time business that I had run for the last 15 years and phase back 90% of it. So there's a few things that were honestly quite profitable and pretty easy for us to do that we kept. So you will see us, we might talk about it a little bit traveling for that piece of it, but 90% of that has been phased out, and we're doing this full time, all time, every day. Now, somebody asked what we did before we were retired the other day. We're not retired.
We're not retired. So
we're YouTubers.
Right. So I guess I started my career in retail. I was a clothing buyer for about 15 years. Christopher worked for Food Line, which was a part of Ahold Delhaize grocery stores, and then for Lowe's Home Improvement. He worked in their private brands department. So he translated that experience into our own business, where we did conferences on private brands, and we do a package design. You can go to thevertexawards.org if you want to see our package design contest. Currently, we're taking entries right now through the end of January. So we'll still do that. We have an awards banquet type thing that we'll do for that in the spring. But some of the other things that we used to do with that business, we're just scaling back because we're doing this full time, and this takes a lot of time, and we like doing this.
Yeah, it's fun.
And it's become, with the growth of our YouTube channel, we've just been able to focus on it more, and it's to a point where we can do that. So thank you for watching. It's because of our viewers.
You guys make it possible.
Miggy Spins. Better Living PA also lost her page on Facebook. They must be like going through looking at stuff like, and they've given me dings before, and I've always come back and said, no, you're not. That's not what that is.
I think it's an AI. It's just an algorithm that runs on the whole thing, and eventually it hits you. And
but if you
doesn't like what.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a human being going, that Laraine, she's causing trouble.
If you appeal and then a human looks at it and doesn't find anything, it would be one thing if they could show me like the specific post or the specific. I don't see anything. I mean, I don't know if it was something like a way long time ago, but on this particular Facebook page, like, you have to have a profile picture. You have to have been a member of Facebook for like 12 months or something. So like these new accounts and like these bots, these people from China that are trying to sell whatever can't get through, and they get rejected just right off the bat. And then one of my moderators has to let them in. So I don't know what they're talking about. So it's a little frustrating, but what do you do, right?
What you gonna do? Little Bell says, I'm with CD. I think electrolytes are overhyped. I just stick with Gatorade Zero for my work. It's not that I think
Gatorade Zero has electrolytes.
Yeah, well, I mean, Gatorade Zero is an electrolyte as well. Yeah. I mean, Gatorade is the original one, so and it's a lot cheaper than most. So honestly, if you feel like you need that, I think the challenge of it is, medically, you have a whole set of people who have significant issues with salt. And then you have a whole set of people today who the trend has been, let's go take electrolyte and take a whole lot of salt. I'm not a doctor. I don't know whether you need salt or not. I have a tendency to believe most people don't need as much salt as all that. But again, not a doctor. Talk to your doctor. And things are incredibly expensive for salty Kool-Aid.
Well, some of them are not. Like, you can get the private brand ones at Walmart for cheap. I found some at Dollar Tree.
How much are those Element ones? Those are expensive.
We talked about Element. I said they were pricey. I'm now talking about the other end of the scale. Like, I really feel like when I do a hard workout, if I'm drinking water with electrolytes throughout, I feel better hydrated at the end of my workout. That's just me. I just feel like they help me. Maybe it's psychological. Who can say? You're the best at it. This channel and GLP-1s have been a blessing for me. I hope it is the same for you. All right. Well, thank you for welcoming a new viewer.
Well, she gave, I think she had given up. That was one of the people that got a membership.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Megan Winter.
Love your channel. Down 78 pounds on Zepbound. Started October 2024. I'm on 10 milligram. This medication is life-changing. I have to pay out of pocket now. It's so expensive. I hope I can keep going. Okay. So what do you do if you lose your insurance coverage and now you have to pay out of pocket? There is Lilly Direct. So Eli Lilly has a direct pay system where but it's vials. It's not, so Zepbound is the pen. Lilly Direct comes in vials. This is not a Lilly Direct vial, but it comes in a vial like that, where you have to draw it out.
Much smaller vial.
With an insulin needle. That is cheaper. What is it now, Christopher? What's the price on that? $4.99.
$4.99.
So you can go that route. You can also, if you have commercial insurance that does not cover Zepbound, you can go on the Eli Lilly website and there's a savings card, a savings coupon you can download, and that should reduce your out-of-pocket cost. For most people with commercial insurance, they will pay no more than $499 now. It was $650 last year. It's changed to $499. Still very expensive. Okay. I don't do any of those.
But you can use a savings card and it may lower your insurance as well.
So. It may be lower than $499. Your mileage may vary.
It could be as low as $25.
Insurance varies wildly. Like, there's no way to know. Like, really, the best way for you to know is take a prescription, go to CVS, have them run it, and see what it comes out to. Because I try to call Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I'm on hold forever. So, what I do is I use a compounded version. It's compounded tirzepatide. I get mine through Mochi Health. I use them for my online telehealth provider. I've used them for 2 years. I see their online doctor. He's great. If I have a question, I can send him a message through the portal, and he responds back within 24 hours or so. So you get a compounded vial like this, and you get insulin syringes, and these are multi-use vials, so you have a month's worth of medication that ships to you. Compounded tirzepatide with mochi, they charge a $79 a month membership fee that covers the doctor's visits, and then $199 a month compounded tirzepatide. If you want compounded semaglutide, that's $99 a month. So semaglutide is the same thing as Wegovy. Oh, there's also oral Wegovy that just came out last week. I don't even know anybody who's even on it yet.
Somebody today said they got it in their mail today.
Wegovy is semaglutide. The oral version, the pill just came out. That starts at $149 a month, but then it goes up as you move up through the doses.
Tops out at $299.
$299 tops out. The oral Wegovy has some restrictions around how you take it. So when you get up in the morning, you have to take it with a small sip of water, less than 4 ounces of water, and then you can't eat or drink for, is it an hour, 30 minutes after you take it. So if that works for you, that might be something to ask your doctor about. There's a lot of ways to get to this. And also, you're going to be eating a lot less. And you're going to be drinking a lot less if you're a wine drinker or a beer drinker or other kind of drinker. You're going to see that go down because honestly, they don't mix. They don't mix. Some people can mix them, but made me very sick at first to try to drink my normal wine consumption and take tirzepatide. And now I really don't drink as much wine as I used to. I do occasionally still have a glass of wine. I still can enjoy it, but it's kind of not the same. It's kind of like it turns something off in my brain, along with the food noise, I guess. AML 6457. I enjoyed your conversation with Summer the dietitian. Thanks. I need to check out her cookbook. I just got that today as well. We have it downstairs. Oprah's book should arrive tomorrow. I'm watching on my phone and TV. All right. So click like on both things. I don't know if you can click like on the TV.
Sure.
Can you click like on the TV? Anyway, yes. So I had an interview with this lovely lady her name is Summer the dietitian. She works for an online telehealth called Vineyard, and that's run by Dr. Spencer Nadolsky. So he's a big obesity board certified doctor, and he's big on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and all the platforms. So he's a good one.
And somebody commented under that video that I think they said Vineyard was $150 a month. So and I don't know whether that's right. It's probably right, but Vineyard is not a telehealth that just sells GLP-1s. Vineyard is a small group of obesity certified doctors where you're actually going to talk to one of 2 or 3 doctors every time. Yeah. And they have several dietitians on staff, so you could actually talk to Summer. So think of it more like, honestly, personalized concierge medicine.
Yeah.
This is not somebody that's just doing GLP-1s. They do other medicine as well, and they're all about being obesity certified and giving you the highest level of care. And so if you can afford it, it's a great thing to do. It's not, it's not the right answer for everybody.
They don't prescribe any compounded medication. They are all brand names only, which is their absolute prerogative, right? But yeah, I had a great conversation with Summer. If you haven't watched that, I suggest you watch it. Lots of great information there. Grandma's Pocketbook says, I have CKD. Electrolytes are a no-no for me. Then you do not need to add them to your water.
James says, 10 milligrams.
Yeah, didn't lose anything until I got to 10 milligrams. Best thing I've ever done. Amazing, James. I mean, just look at the man's picture, right? Like, it's fantastic, and he's still losing weight. It just goes to show how powerful these medications are, how they work for most people. And you can do it. If you're just now starting, like, congratulations, like you're in for like a great road to better health. Franklin Michelle says, please take a moment and hit subscribe and the like button. Thanks,
so
Michelle.
There's 304 of you out there right now and 113 likes.
All right. Everybody go I'm going to take a drink of water while y'all hit the like button.
And I cleaned my water out. So.
So yeah, and we've got the JoJo cam. I don't know if Kirsten's still watching, but Kirsten loves her kitties.
Well, Anthony says, JoJo.
JoJo in the house.
So frankly, Michelle says, for those of you considering starting, just take that shot. Today, I hit 125 pounds down. That's 47.7% of my body weight. Take the shot. Best thing I ever did. So that is fabulous. So Michelle is a great example. Somebody commented the other day, we talked about it in our weekly weigh-in. Well, you can only lose 17%, 20%, whatever the research averages are.
Oh no, you can lose.
Michelle's a great example, and Jamie is, and I've lost 38%. I mean, it's not to say that everybody loses more than that, but the medicine doesn't magically just stop working. It goes, sorry, I hit the number. That's it. I'm done.
You had 20% body weight loss. You're done. No, it keeps going. So the studies had an end point, right? They were like 2 years,
72 weeks
studies, and they ended. So they calculated what percent of body weight was lost through there. But, you know, we've been on 2 years, like Michelle's been on a year and a bit. Like, you know, people just keep going. And these aren't medications that you're going to go on and go off. No. For, I'd say 90% of people, these are lifetime medications. You are treating the disease of obesity. Okay.
And so in the news, we did a whole report. There was some research that came out that talked about weight gain after coming back and pretty much said you were going to gain a pound a week.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with whether you maintained your lifestyle or not. You could continue to eat. You can continue to exercise. You can have as much muscle as you want. Once you stopped taking the medication, the metabolic advantages you were getting from the medication are gone, and your disease will reoccur.
You know, Oprah's been on every talk show in America this week. And what she said was when she lost her weight, she went off the medication because she said, I wanted to prove Dr. On you're wrong. I thought I could do it. I'm hiking 5 miles a day. I'm in the best shape of my life. I've got this beat. I can do it. Right. So in the first year, she quit the medication for a year. She gained 20 pounds. She was still eating the same amount of food. She was still taking her hikes and everything multiple times a week. But what happens is your body stores food as energy, stores food as fat on your body. So once you don't have that medication to regulate your appetite, your body says, oh, no, you're going to starve to death and you're going to have to put this weight back on. So even though you're eating the same amount of food, we're just going to burn less. We're going to store more as fat.
So downregulate your metabolism.
So ha on you, joke's on you, right? So, and isn't that the cruelest thing ever? Like your body, it's your biology. Right? You can't fight your biology. You can't willpower your way past biology. It's like trying to change your eyes from blue to brown. It's not going to happen. So, you know, the sooner that we kind of just accept that obesity is a disease, we can't change our biology, but thank God we have these tools, these medications to help us manage our health and thus manage our weight. Tiny Love Bug says, question. Your name used to be something else. I recognize
the picture. Yeah. It wasn't Tiny Love Bug.
Lost 50 pounds so far and almost below my pandemic weight. Woohoo! Wondering how you know when is enough. It's a great question. I've been steadily losing 1 pound a week since the end of March 2025 on Zepbound. 139 pounds today. Is that what you weigh today? 12.5 milligram shot.
How tall are you? Just curiosity.
So, you know, back in the 80s, when I was a teenager, I got 17 magazine.
This is not the way to do it.
This is not the way to do it. This is how I calculate things in my brain because I have been brainwashed by diet culture. So 17 magazine said, if a woman's 5 foot tall, she should weigh 100 pounds. And then for every inch over 5 feet, you could add 5 pounds to that. So I'm 5'5", 5 times 5 is 125 pounds. Now I'm never going to weigh 125 pounds, y'all. That's way too low for me. Right. So For my goal weight, ideally talk to your doctor, have a conversation, look at some charts, see how you feel when you get there. I said, well, I'm going to go by the Weight Watchers chart. And that for me said, I think it was 100 and, well, I used to be 5'6", so it was 156 pounds. And then I shrunk, and that was traumatic, and that's a whole nother story. But now, now I'm 5'5", and I think it was 150 pounds was the top, was like a range of weight, and 150 was the top. So I got to 150, and I hung out there for a little while, and then I said, well, I think I can lose a little bit more. And I got down to 145, I got down to 140, I got to 138, and I said, what's happening here? Am I just trying to see how much weight I can lose just to be a number I've never been before? And that's probably not what I need to do. I think I'm losing a little too much muscle. I think I need to stop this. I'm not eating enough. So I ended up giving myself a range of 140 to 145. You just kind of have to, it's just kind of a process that everybody has to figure out for themselves, hopefully with the guidance of your doctor, seeing how you feel, how your clothes fit, how,
Well, and you're now to a place where honestly, probably, and I know this is going to be mind blowing because the weight is the least interesting number on the scale. So if you've got even a cheap digital scale, or if you've got one like we do, that's a human body pod, and you begin looking at the other numbers, and it's going to give you measures, and it measures against the rest of the population that are like you. So it'll say, to me, oh, well, I see all the 57-year-old men that are this tall because I've input that, and it shows you where you fall in the range. Then you go, oh, wait a minute, my water's low, and that you begin to say, well, gosh, now I've moved all of my numbers from red to yellow to green. And it becomes a more important measure than just, did I lose 2 more pounds today?
Yeah, so you really want to look at your muscle mass, your lean muscle mass. How does that look? Your body fat percentage. We had a cheaper scale when we first started, and it said I had 19% body fat. And I'm like, okay, I'm an athlete. I'm 19% body fat. It was wrong. That scale was off by 10%. We went and got a DEXA scan. I was actually 29% body fat, which still isn't bad, but that's a big difference, right? So we got the human body pod, and that matched up with the DEXA scan. I think there were like 1% off from the DEXA scan. So, I thought maybe I was in a different place than I actually was. But I do want to work on increasing my muscle mass, and the human body pod tells me where my fat is. It's in my arms. it's where I store more fat than other places. So, I can't really spot reduce, right? You can't, but I can do more weights and more exercises and develop muscles in the different parts of my body that I want to tone up and look better and all that stuff. Kate says, tomorrow's 21 weeks at my maintenance weight, lost 28% of my starting weight, and I feel wonderful. Thank you, Laraine, Christopher, and Downsizers, for you've made this journey so much easier. Well, thanks, Kate. We met Kate in Las Vegas when we did a meetup there in November. It's great to see them. Great to see everyone. We did meetups this year in Las Vegas, in Chicago, in Charlotte, and Orlando. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get some on the calendar for this year as well. Anthony says, if you guys ditched Mochi and went to Roe for the meds, do you guys think you'd have a higher chance of getting a Downsized Dish interview with Serena Williams?
It seems highly unlikely.
I mean, I'd love to have a Downsized Dish interview with Oprah and Dr. Anya, but I mean, baby steps. Right?
I tracked down Dr. Anya's. So that book was published by Simon & Schuster. I sent the PR team at Simon & Schuster a note, and I linked to Dr. Anya on LinkedIn, and she accepted. She did. She accepted my link.
She didn't accept mine. It's still pending. I looked today.
I think I mean, yeah, we have,
Serena
what do we have,
Williams is
30,
cool.
36, 37,000 subscribers now,
Didn't we
something.
just hit 38?
I'm not sure.
Maybe?
In the scheme of things,
We're
it's pennies. I mean, we're
Yeah.
not big fish to them. So
Yeah.
I don't know that it's going to, but I will continue to ask. I'll reach out to Serena's team and see, and in all likelihood, they will just ignore me, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. I mean, her husband, is on the board for Roe. I mean, and we do. Roe is really good about creating news about themselves that's actually news. A lot of telehealth send out these press releases that are just kind of so what. Roe does real research and they create real things. So when it's relevant, we talk about it in the news.
Michelle says, at Kate, if I recall, you were trying to titrate down. Are you? Congratulations. This is a wonderful achievement. Is that the lady who was asking about her goal weight, or is that somebody else? I'm not following that.
I don't know.
Yeah, some people titrate down when they hit their goal weight, like I did. Some people, like Christopher, stay at their highest dose. We've interviewed obesity medicine doctors, and they've said, either way, depends on who you ask, right? And you just have to see what works for you. And if you titrate down and you hear food noise and you're too hungry, well, titrate back up. It's not the end of the world, right? You have to kind of figure out how your body works. Mark Clem's here. Hello, everyone. Sorry I am late. Hey, Mark, how are you? I gave you a shout out. Thank you for being a moderator on our Facebook page. I told them all about how it got taken down today. Mark was messaging me.
Michael Clinton out there. How do you feel about Mochi having glass and vials of meds that you may have got?
Say what?
I guess they did call people who may have got it, but not 100% thing. So here's the thing. What we know based off of FDA recalls across the entire industry is there's a lot of variability. Compounding pharmacies are state regulated and they're required to follow specific regulations to do that. And if things like that happen, then Mochi or any telehealth should be reaching out, telling you about it, and it happens. We also know that Novo Nordisk continues to get fined for having hair in their vials. So even the brand manufacturers aren't exempt from this. I think it really gets down to a point with both the FDA and the federal government and the state government where we need to have extremely high safety and cleanliness standards across the board, regardless of whether it's compounded or branded manufactured. It needs to be the highest level. We're injecting this stuff in our bodies. So we haven't heard anything about that, but if it's happening, then as long as they took care of it, it is what it is. But stop it. Let's not do that. So
stop what?
Don't do silly things and have hair in your vials or glass in your vials or any of you. Right.
Like, what did I do?
No, you didn't do anything.
All right. How would you get? I don't even understand how that would work.
It's probably a ceiling problem.
Oh, Kirsten's memories. Hey, Kirsten, I have been on tirzepatide for 15 months and at goal, but I feel like it hasn't been working lately. Food noise is back, etc. Saw my doctor yesterday, and she believes I need a reset. Oh, no. Really?
So Kirsten, there is a whole conversation around peptide resetting and stuff that kind of goes with the bro science, and I know you follow some of that stuff. I have never seen any research that says that works. In fact, the doctors that I've asked specifically about it say that it often causes basically a bounce back that's worse than when you tried it. So, talk to your doctor, but I haven't seen any evidence that that's a thing.
Let's talk about this for a minute, because so it hasn't been working lately. You're at your goal. So you're hearing a little bit of food noise. You probably need to eat more food. It's probably your body telling you now you're at maintenance and you need more calories. So really, and I know
she's a tiny lady.
A tiny lady, like you're like 5'1" or 5 foot or right at that amount. So I would seriously look at what you're eating, how much protein you're eating, and play around with that for a minute before you back off the medication. Also, I wouldn't go from 15 milligrams to 0. Like maybe step down and to completely go off, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I would not do that. But I guess you're working with your doctor. Thanks, JoJo. You made my day. JoJo says, you're welcome. Michelle says, on the Oprah special with Serena and Dr. Y, they said, you cannot willpower away the biology of obesity. Right? You can't. It's like trying to change your eyes from blue to brown, from brown to green. Like, you can't. It's your biology. If you have the disease of obesity, no amount of willpower is going to overcome your body's biological drive to make you eat. No amount of exercise, no amount of running. No, it's just, and you can lose weight for a little while. I could lose 30, 40, sometimes 50 pounds for a little while. But then, I was eating so little food and at one point I was running half marathons. I was doing 2 workouts a day. I was going to Weight Watchers. I was eating so little. I got hurt. I got sick. I couldn't do those things anymore. And then the weight just came back on. So it's like trying to hold your breath underwater. You have to come up for air at some point. Your body is always going to win unless you have medication to change the levels of things in your body.
All right, Swerner's Bach 1, 3 months on compound tirzepatide, starting weight 195, currently 159. I want to start maintenance. What are your top tips for maintenance, other than, of course, talking to my doctor? Thank you. So maintenance is going to be particular to every person, and it's a function of, we each have a unique medical history. We each have a weight loss history, and then we each have unique bodies, and our bodies kind of work like an environment, and there's always things coming in and things coming out, and we're in constant fluctuation. The longer that you have had challenges with your weight, the more likely you are to have the disease of obesity and to need to medically maintain that disease. If, I don't know, you got pregnant and you gained some weight and you use that to lose weight after a pregnancy, maybe you can do this and stop using the medications and be okay. It's really going to depend on your personal medical history. I have personally stayed on the highest dose I've been on for now almost a year, and I will continue to, unless something better comes along the rest of my life, and I've simply added calories. What have you done?
I've dropped my dose down. So when we started, I moved up through the doses very quickly. Like every month we moved up because that's what I thought you're supposed to do back when we started. So, and I kind of thought, well, I wonder if I could have stayed on a lower dose. And because I don't know, I just said, let's try it. So I dropped down in dose. And so I went from a 12.5 dose to a 10 to a 7.5. And that's where I've been now for about 20 weeks on 7.5. In maintenance, I do still weigh myself every day. I think that feedback is important. It's just data, and I need to know, am I eating too much? Am I not eating enough? Like, I have a 5-pound range that I want to stay within. And, if it's the holidays and I eat and drink more than I normally do and I gain a couple pounds, I see that on the scale, and then I can know to get back to my normal eating patterns, right? So I think weighing yourself is important, whether you do it every day or every week. I just feel like that's an important measure. What else? I have a cat here in my mouth.
Here's the thing: you're going to have to work with your doctor, and essentially build a plan to test things. And maybe you want to try going down. Maybe you want to try adding So you can only really adjust your medication, adjust your calorie intake, and adjust your movement. There's only so many levers you have to pull there. The nice thing is the medication exists. So if you move down, and I think Kate said she did this, she moved down and went, that's not working for me, and went back up, right?
Yeah.
So you can always and I even believe over time you may have to adjust a little bit anyway, because our bodies aren't fixed. Just because you got to your goal weight today doesn't mean that a week, 6 weeks, whatever from now, it doesn't go up a little bit or down a little bit. And, we're constantly changing beings, right?
Well, and also, I'm reading your comment again. 3 months. You've been on for only 3 months, so
it's not that long.
That's a relatively short period of time. I would just hang out at your current dose for a while, let it kind of even out, let it kind of see where you kind of settle out. What is a weight that's easy to maintain for you, where you don't have to necessarily count every calorie, but you can just kind of eat 3 meals a day and maintain your weight.
And I really do believe the longer you can stay at a maintenance weight, the easier it will be at some point to kind of turn it all down a little bit.
Turn it all down a little
Maybe
bit.
Go down in the medication or something. Yeah.
Are you going to go down in your
medication? Might in 5 years.
I mean, I think it's just something you can play with. Talk to your doctor. Dana Sim 86. Has anyone tried the mochi trizepatide plus NAD and L-carnitine from Thesis yet? A couple people have mentioned this to me. My mochi pharmacies from which I am able to pick do not include the trizepatide plus NAD. So NAD or NAD plus is another, I don't know even what to call it, a medication, I guess. I think it's a prescription medication that people report giving them energy or help with aging, or I don't know. I haven't taken it. Personally, I feel like I'm spending enough on the trizepatide and I feel really good about that. And I don't want to add another medication that could, ratchet that up further. But I don't know Thesis. I don't know that. I don't have that choice.
Yeah, we don't have that choice.
Wait, is that a picture of JoJo in the background, or no? It's the JoJo cam.
No, back there.
Oh,
back there on the wall.
Well, obviously it's a picture.
Yes, it is a picture of JoJo in the JoJo cam with JoJo. It's all very meta.
Yeah, Christopher had he turned a picture of JoJo into that artwork. Not sure why he did that, but that's
because I was on Facebook one day and this ad popped up and it was like, make your animal into
purchase.
And it was
link
like
in bio to purchase now.
But it was like $9 or something, and I forgot I had even ordered it.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, must have come from some like 8 months later.
It's like I bought a TikTok shop been getting me on the purchases, right? So this lady had a ring sizer, and I'm like, oh, I need, because my rings are now like sliding around and all my rings are too big. And I was like, oh, my rings aren't really they're really kind of bothering me. And like the other day I took off, this is my college ring. I went to Clemson and I've been wearing this ring since 1991, right? I never take it off. When I first graduated from Clemson, it fit on my ring finger because at that time I weighed about, I don't know, 200 pounds. And then now it fits on my middle finger. Okay. So, and when I was pregnant, I couldn't take it off. And for a lot of times I couldn't take it off. Now it comes off very easily. And the other day I took it off kind of without thinking and set it down somewhere. And then I was in a panic because I was like, where's my ring?
You were in a panic. I lost my wedding ring the other day.
Oh.
For several days.
Yeah.
And we were no traveling. Idea.
We were in Charleston.
Yes, we were.
And we come home and he's
like, I don't take it off ever.
I don't have my wedding ring. I'm like, what do you mean you don't? What do you mean? What do you mean? And he's like, it's not here. I said, and we were actually in Charleston and we had just left the hotel because it was like Christmas Day. We drove down for the day. And I said, do you want to go back through the hotel room search? He's like, no, I don't think it's in there. And then we came home and a couple days later, I was doing all the laundry and he heard something clanging around in the dryer and it was his ring. It was in one of his pockets.
But I don't take my ring off ever.
He also lost his driver's license somewhere in our house.
I did.
It was in his wallet, which magnetically goes to the back of his phone, and he took it apart and stuck it somewhere, never to be seen again.
JoJo's been out buying catnip with it.
Never to be seen again. Lost a credit. It's somewhere in the house, he thinks.
Rosalie Van Ness has a question. She says, have you seen the Body Pod? Hume has a band. Have you thought about trying it? They're supposed to be sending them to us. Yeah.
I think they forgot, so I need to remind them. So it's the it goes on your wrist.
I think so.
And yeah, I guess you can track your sleep. You can track other things. I mean, I have my Apple Watch, which I really like for, I don't track my sleep, but I track like my steps. And I mean, I look at it. I don't obsess over it. Like, you know, the rings that you can close on the Apple Watch and stuff. When I do a workout, like I turn it on to see how many estimated calories I burn per workout, which I know is not always right, but it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I got credit for it. Like I did something, like I can check off that box for the day. Right. So, and I know that we haven't gotten one. I think we're supposed to be getting one, and we'll give it a review.
Sure. There's 333 of you out there and 177 likes. So if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button,
I'm going to drink my water while y'all hit the like.
If you're new here, I'm Christopher. This is Laraine. This is JoJo in the JoJo cam. We talk about GLP-1s and answer questions and celebrate wins and do all those things. So please feel free to yell out and ask a question. Here's one from Renee Scary. Renee's Scary. I'm not sure. Good evening from Carson City, Nevada. Just on month 3, developed a dry cough that comes on late evening and discovered there is a study late 2025 on the connection. Any insight on what may help? I've seen that study. I mean, you also will have a tendency to get a little bit of the sniffles, a little bit of congestion. So honestly, I think it's a hydration thing more than anything else. And then it's just something, some of these side effects are not terrible, bad side effects, and they work through, your body just becomes accustomed to the medication and you'll work through them over the course of time and they kind of go away, which is not a great answer, but.
So drink more water.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that would be disturbing.
Anybody else out there had that problem?
I've not heard that side effect. The dude, CHT, I am having allodynia off and on. The liquid IV seems to help. Really? Talk to him about what that is, Christopher. I know you had that sometimes.
Allodynia is a known side effect that is basically a skin sensitivity, and it can feel like everything from a little bit of tingling up to a sunburn. I have a tendency to get it on the tops of my legs and the back of my back. And for me, it manifests as kind of an oversensitivity, such that there's some, particularly shirts, that have, if there's a texture to it or a sweater, I just can't wear them because my skin's already so sensitive that texture, and not even that it's rough or anything, it's weird and I can't wear it. I have not found anything that helps at all. So if liquid
Electrolytes.
If liquid IV works for you, that's fine. I'm still not drinking liquid IV. I don't drink regular Kool-Aid, much less salty Kool-Aid.
I like the liquid IV, the sugar-free one.
But honestly, it's never been so. It's annoying, but it's never bothered me so much that I felt the need to go look at it. Michael Clinton says, "Got to go." Means he's probably already gone.
Callie 57. I deleted Facebook about 3 years ago because of all the nonsense. Seeing you and others having so much trouble with Facebook, I'm glad I did. Don't miss it at all. I hope others will follow. Yeah, I mean, I've been on Facebook since like 2007, maybe 2008, 2009. Like, so, you know, I'd hate to lose like pictures, and I mean, they're on my phone, they're in Google Photos and stuff. I don't know. You know, if it went away, it wouldn't be the end of the world. You know, I was kind of sad today when they took down my page, but what are you gonna do? You know, and really, our platform is here with you on YouTube. So, you know, I think sometimes Facebook just kind of pulls my focus away because then I start looking at other people's stuff and what are they doing? And oh, look who had a baby, and oh, look who they went on vacation, and oh, I want to go on this cruise like they did, and then an hour of my life is gone. Kind of like the TikTok.
And then I go, Laraine, what's the next video you're filming? And she's like, I don't know, but let me show you this rabbit. Like, great.
Yeah.
Travis says, something to think about with expenses. Don't rush to buy supplements when you start. I found my grocery bill dropped significantly.
Yeah.
That helped the new monthly expense for the meds. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not popular, Travis, but I agree with you. Honestly, I tell people, I see people particularly on Facebook and Reddit both, and they'll show this like $1,000 worth of supplements they've bought before they even took their first shot because they're terrified all this stuff's going to happen. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Who knows?
Yeah.
But the reality of today's society, unless you live in some remote Alaskan village, you can go to Walmart or call Amazon or Target or whoever and have any over-the-counter remedy sometimes within an hour.
I got something on Amazon
right
in a few hours the other day. He's like, didn't you just order that? I'm like,
and
yeah.
You have access to your doctor most of the time through an app these days that they could write a nausea medication or whatever. So don't spend money on things you may never need. You can anticipate and do the best you can, but the best you can is honestly drink water, eat protein, and eat real fiber, and that'll help with the constipation.
Well, and it's so much better to get your vitamins and minerals and micronutrients and fiber from real food than it is from supplements. Apparently, we're not supposed to take calcium supplements, and this has been out in the news for a while, and I am just now finding this out at age 56. I guess when it came out, I was busy, raising children. I never got the memo, but yeah, so, look at what you're eating. It's just really, really important. I take a multivitamin. I just always have. Weight Watchers always recommended it. I'm just in the habit of it in the morning. I have other supplements in my medicine cabinet. I've been taking a vitamin D in the winter.
I take a Centrum 55 Plus men's multivitamin from the grocery store, the drugstore. That's all I take.
Yeah.
That's it.
Occasionally if I have constipation, I'll take a supplement called Mago 7, which I've found that really helps me a lot. But there's lots of constipation remedies out there. So, you might just wait and see if that's a problem that you have. It is a problem that I have. And all throughout my journey, I've had to manage that. Even now in maintenance, it's just, in thinking back through my life, I think I've always just had a problem with that and never really realized it. But the medication just kind of slows everything down and just really said, hey, you got to do something about this. So, and that's where, I think I've learned so much about my body through this process, really what I need, what I like to eat, what my body needs, how much fiber I need. Like I never kept an eye on fiber when I was on Weight Watchers, except for that 1 year where you counted grams of fat and grams of fiber. It was their fat and fiber plan. I think it was in the 90s. But I digress.
You always do, darling. Vera says, question, have you guys considered Lily Direct? I've checked out several compounding companies, and they're not that much cheaper than with subscriptions. Well, so the Lily Direct, you're looking at, I guess it's $449, $459, or whatever. They went down $50. What are the initial prices for Mochi?
Mochi for compounded tirzepatide is $199 a month plus a $79 a month membership fee.
Which is what totaled?
$278. $278 a month.
And so then,
I've really not found one cheaper. I think Borello might be cheaper. They don't ship to our state of North Carolina.
Well, and then to be completely transparent, the reason Lorraine's favorite thing to say is her Mochi code is because Mochi gives everybody a code. Everybody, you go sign up for Mochi, you'll get a code, and you can tell people your code, and if they use your code, right, and Laraine will say it, I'll say it now, that you get 40 off and we get 40 off, right? So it automatically, if somebody signs up, they'll get $40 off and we'll get $40 off.
Yeah.
And the more people we get sign up, we can actually on our side use multiple of those $40.
Yeah, we don't get our medication free, but we do get to put those credits toward a discount on our medication.
So it can be another $120 off. So it becomes
it would
very
not
reasonable.
behoove me to move from them at this point, or probably ever, until like something comes out that's literally, $99 a month. You know what I mean? Like it's just for us. That's just how it's going to be. But you know what? Check out all your options. You want to look at the Wegovy pill for $149, $199, $249. There's going to be options. And when orforglipron is released by Eli Lilly, maybe March, maybe this summer, we don't really know, but it's coming. They're just waiting for the FDA approval. When orforglipron comes out, it's going to be a once daily pill. It's not going to have the eating time of day restrictions like the oral Wegovy. And I think that's going to be off to the races. And depending on how that's priced, like that's really going to be attractive for a lot of people.
All right. Let's see. TT Trucker, I saw you on Dave's live today. What other telehealth providers have y'all used other than Mochi Health? So we have used Mochi 99.9% of the time. At the very beginning, we used Ivim Health. And Laraine did not like their customer service, so that was over with very quickly.
We've been with Mochi now for 2 years.
Barb says she's lost 69.1% of my start weight. Wee! Barb, the wee sounds like a robot dance to me.
Barb went from 405 to 120. I mean, she's got a great channel. You can watch her on her YouTube channel at Health at Any Cost. It's just really
from BMI 76.5 to 23.
Wow.
Girl, Carlton.
Yeah, that's awesome. And she's a little tiny person too. She's like this little tiny person. And you know what? And I've talked to her. We've met Barb in person. She came on the last Downsized cruise. We've met her in Orlando. You look at her, or you might be looking at me now, and you may never have known me before before I lost my weight, right? And you may think, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She doesn't know what it's like to be heavy. Because you look at me and you don't see the overweight person or the obese person that I used to be, right? You look at this tiny little person, look at a cute little picture, and you go, oh, what is she? She was never that heavy. Go look at her YouTube channel.
We've interviewed her now 3 times. And there's lots of before and after pictures of her, maybe even 4.
Yeah, we've interviewed Barb.
How many times have we interviewed you, Barb?
Do you have our before and after pictures handy?
I do. Hold on. They may not be the ones you love. I don't remember which ones.
I do have ones that I like and ones that I don't like. You could probably take Barb's down if you want. Okay, so this is in the yellow. This is when we were moving one of our daughters into college, and this was in October of 2023. We had just started the medicine. No, it was in September. It was right before I started. We started September 29th, 2023. So we were moving our daughter into college here, and then here's me after I lost. I think I was down 40 or 50 here. I was going to the gym to work out, and I said, Christopher, I'm feeling really skinny today. Take my picture. So he did. So yeah, that's us. And I have pictures of me that are heavier than that too. I don't know if you have them.
Hard to say.
And there's Christopher. This one is really amazing because it's like the same outfit, kind of same background. And, look at his face. Look at his neck, right? Look at his stomach. Look at his.
Okay, that's enough.
I mean, but really, it's 100 pounds. That's that's completely life-changing. I think we just got here's me when we got married. So here, I think I weighed about 170 pounds, and I really hated the way my arms looked in that dress. I hated the neckline. It just didn't fit right. I had to have, it was fine.
Jojo!
We have a super chat from Carrie.
Oh.
Thank you, Carrie, for your super chat of $9.99. Happy Wednesday. Make sure you are including the prices of your prescriber's office visit, copay, out-of-pocket, and dietitian when comparing Lilly versus compound. That's a good point. Because when I go to my doctor locally, I have a $50 copay. So, a $79 a month membership fee. and I can message my doctor every single day if I want. And I can also see a dietitian online for that $79 a month membership fee. I have an appointment with the dietitian actually next week. So if you have Mochi, make that dietitian appointment. It's like a coaching session. And a lot of people say, oh, dietitians, they're the worst. They just want me to write down what I eat, and then they're going to tell me what I'm doing wrong. No, like this lady, I've talked to this lady at Mochi before. It was more like, well, tell me what you're eating. Well, how would you like to, what can we do to optimize that? Where can we get some more protein in? What are your goals? And you want to add, it's really more like a personal coaching session.
Shorty says she's lost 39% of her body weight.
Shorty. Awesome.
Go Shorty. Go Shorty. It's your birthday.
It's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday.
Tiny Love Bug said her name was Esther Lee, and she's 5. I knew. Okay, Esther, I remember you now. I was like, that picture looks really familiar.
So you're a little tiny lady too. Almeida 142. Go you. I've just started. I have faith things are about to change for me. All right, Almeida. I used to know an Almeida in Tennessee.
It seems like I've known an Alameda too. Mm-hmm. Anthony says, question, a bit of a meta question. Okay, sure. Anthony always says meta questions are questions about 80s and 90s trivia. A bit of meta question. Do you guys feel like you're just take the shot versus doing all the things approaches are part of the appeal of your channel? Like people can pick and choose from each? Sure, I don't know.
Yes. I mean, that's Christopher. He says, just take the shot, right? That's all you got to do. Just take the shot. Me, I want to do all the things. Like if there's a checklist of things that you need to do on this medication and I'm paying all this money for this medication, I want to check off all these boxes. Like if you tell me to eat 30 grams of protein at a meal, I'm going to eat 30. If you tell me to go fill this up twice a day, I'm filling this up twice a day. If you tell me that I need to go work out 3 times a week, 4 times a week, maybe I'll do that. You know what I mean? So, but Christopher doesn't have that same philosophy. So
I think
we've both lost weight. We've both been very successful. Yeah. So what works for me may not work for you or him or whatever.
I think we have very, for lack of a better term, very real lived experiences. And we're very, very open and transparent about it, probably to a fault. So that if we're happy, we're happy. If we're sad, we're sad. If we're grumpy, we're grumpy. And it just kind of, and you either buy into that or you don't. And when people meet us, they're like, "Oh, this is the same as you are." Well, yeah, that's because we're not actors. I couldn't fake for 2
Barely
hours.
Acting. It was like a Saturday Night Live.
So I mean, I think our individual differences make us stronger. Absolutely. I also think we've built something and continue to evolve and change and try things, and that has a lot of variety in the world of YouTube, where you're not really supposed to do variety. You're supposed to do the same thing over and over again.
I get bored doing the same thing over and over again.
Such that, we do the news once a week. We do weekly weigh-ins. Every once in a while I cook. There's all these things going on. And occasionally we'll get somebody complain about, why are you doing this? Or I'll see somebody unsubscribe because they didn't like this. But
I hate Oprah, and all you talk about is Oprah, so I'm unsubscribing.
Yeah, but like we're going to do an Oprah book club. Well, we've never done that before. Will it work? I don't know. Are we
How's it going to work? I don't know.
Yeah.
Tune in and find out, right?
So I think the other thing people forget is to do videos every day. I mean, I think it's work. I think it's hard and challenging some days. But the variety and our individual differences helps us continue to do it. Otherwise, if it was just one of us doing this, I don't know. And I talk to Allie from Fit Flavor Fun all the time. It's just her. It's just her sitting there, and she does a great job at it. But I think honestly, it's more difficult.
And I've said this before, if it was just me, this channel would have been over a long time ago. Like I have attempted to start blogs. I have attempted to start other Facebook groups. I have attempted to, start local groups, which always sound like a fun, great idea at the time. And then you come down to the daily part of doing it every day, which I don't know if I just have a short attention span or what, but I just, I want to go do other things. And then Christopher Durham is like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. I mean, he gets up every day and he does videos and he edits videos and he posts videos. And he says, Laraine, what are you working on? I'm like, I don't know. I got to go to my workout class. I'll be back. And he's like, all right. So, it's what we're doing here is not impossible. It's duplicatable, but it just requires a massive amount of time. I was thinking about this the other day. We work on this channel on the weekends. We are working on this channel at nighttime. Sometimes we're recording videos, or, we recorded the news. What was it? Sunday night this past week. We're recording in our home office at 9 p.m. And it is what it is, but that also enables us to be able to, work from anywhere. And we've got some cruise time coming up at the end of the month, which I'm already packing for. So, it just enables us to kind of live our lives the way we want to live. We both worked in offices and worked for people that we couldn't stand, and now we don't. Although sometimes I don't know.
It's really just JoJo bossing me around.
JoJo says, "Let me in, let me out, leave me, etc."
But no, to your question, Anthony, I think our differences do make us stronger. Absolutely. Terry Locken down 110, 56 weeks on 12.5 Mr. T. So Terzepatide, went shopping for clothes and tried a size 10 jeans and they fit.
Woo-woo.
I have not been a size 10 since I started dating my husband in 1984.
Good job. Good job. I don't think I was a 10 in 1984. I was 15 then, and I think I was a size 18. That's awesome. That's awesome. Good for you. Down 110 pounds, a little bit over a year. That is amazing progress. Oh, look, it's Piggy. It's Piggy. Piggy's here. Piggy just gave us a super chat. Piggy says, thank you for your super chat of $19.99. Well, statement and question. I really love how you guys are responsible in your content and advice. As influencers, do you feel an extra moral responsibility to your followers? Are we influencers?
So they tell me. I don't know that I use the word moral.
I just am very honest, and I'm very open about my food struggles and how I eat, and I'm not a perfect. You're really not going to see from me what I eat in a day, because nobody wants to see that, right?
And Piggy, I'll tell you,
the best example.
How do I say this? I come from a place of I actually start with a little bit of fear. And it's a fear after meeting and talking to so many people who have so many complex health histories, that when we say something as simple as Laraine says, drink electrolytes, and not 5 comments later, somebody had kidney disease who those electrolytes would hurt them.
Yeah, we are very careful to say that we are not doctors.
And there's no universal thing other than honestly taking the shot, and hopefully that's as universal as it can get, but it doesn't work for everybody.
Right.
So I'm very aware of that. There are things that we say that I don't want you to walk away and absolutely do exactly. It's like people ask my titration schedule. First of all, I didn't write it down, so I don't know. But the reality is it wouldn't matter because
you can't follow
my titration schedule was built
for you.
Yeah, it was built for me. It's not built for you.
Right.
Right. So I wouldn't use moral, but I mean, I'm very aware of what we say.
And I think we do take what we say very seriously. And I'm always very careful and more careful as we go along to say, please check with your doctor. If this, maybe you don't need to drink electrolytes. Maybe you can't eat that much protein. Maybe you can't drink that much water. I don't know. Everybody is different. But these medications are so life-changing and life-saving that I just really feel that we need to get the message out there about them. But they are prescription medications. They're prescriptions for the treatment of obesity. And obesity is a serious disease. it causes other comorbidities. It can cause other forms of cancer. It can cause diabetes. We have to get this under control, and we can get this under control, and we want people to take control of their health, and we do take that part very seriously. So many of especially the men that Christopher interviews and Christopher has said, I thought I was going to die. I thought I just was not going to live long enough to see my children grow up or go to college or get married or what. I just wasn't going to be around for my loved ones. That's powerful, and that's terrifying. And to know that there's something that's out there that you can get your hands on through a doctor, however, through whatever way you go about getting it, whether it's through your insurance or your self-pay or whatever. I mean, we just want to make people aware of these options because it's just so important.
To be clear, Piggy, we play very different roles in this. This one is the fiery, passionate one who...
You don't say.
And I'm the voice of reason.
Well, I mean...
So every once in a while, you might see a comment that pops up that I go, take that.
You shouldn't have said that. You can't really say that. And I'm like, but they made me mad. No, I don't know. I feel like I have been battling my weight, battling my disease of obesity since age 10, actually probably even before that, because the doctor told my mom I shouldn't have I should only drink skim milk, I think at age 6. Like, she's too heavy. You can only drink skim milk. We had to buy the powdered carnation milk and mix it up. Like, what?
I talked to Go Healthy Me
right,
there.
Enough about me. Go Healthy Me. I have lost almost 70 pounds since April 2025. All right, girl, go. Go you. Go Healthy You. I am 68 years old, 4 foot 10 inches tall, and now weigh 114 pounds. Amazing. Now in maintenance, my doctor advises I stick with a weekly shot for the non-weight loss related. Maintenance. Take your weekly shot. I'm all for it. Sounds awesome. Sounds like you're doing great. Congratulations.
Yeah, I take my weekly shot. She takes hers. So you're all. That's awesome.
JoJo has left the JoJo cam. I think we can turn off the JoJo cam.
Turn off the JoJo cam here.
Michelle says, watch the fat numbers on the I know.
I think it's now.
Watch the fat numbers on the Human Body Pod, and it is amazing as you watch it. It is actually something I'm focused on, and in doing that, the weight comes off too. Muscle is going higher. So Michelle is like a super user of her Human Body Pod, and she exports from the app on her phone her information into Chat GPT, and I think she uses Claude, or another form of AI, and it it really has helped her say, how do I, here's my numbers. What should I do to build more muscle? How do I decrease my body? Like, she's really used AI to help her optimize those things. Piggy, I think you kick each other under the table at times. We see the side eyes. Yeah, that's usually, thanks, Piggy. That's usually him kicking me, or him just bumping me by mistake. And I'm like, what'd I say? I don't know. Sometimes I get carried away. I don't know. I just have a passion for weight loss. I've been trying to do this all my life. Now we finally have something that works, and hallelujah. And if I'm telling people how to get it, and that are outside the bounds of insurance, well, that's what we have to do. Mary Renfro says, I put a message on before you started live, but it disappeared. Oh no. Hello from good old All Seasons in One Day, Kentucky. 44 this morning, 27 and still dropping. Stay warm there. Lost another 7 pounds. That's great, Mary. Sometimes I feel like North Carolina is a bit all over the place like that with temperatures too. Good job on the 7 pounds.
Let's see here. Savage Carnivore says, when you start your shot, is it possible to lose 12 to 13 pounds in the first 4 weeks and then slow and not lose on 5th to 6th week
Yes.
shots? Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I think I lost 17 pounds in my first 4 weeks.
I think you did too.
Yeah, but
Sounds bad.
yeah, but I didn't do anything
What do you
special. It was the
mean?
medicine just was really working on me. But it's going to be different for everybody, so you can't. It's really hard for people to understand that the variety of humanity and how it reacts to the medication is 100% different for everybody. It's just you could have a sister who used the medication and it would work differently for them.
Well, and that's why I really like tracking your weight either on a spreadsheet or an app like Me Again or sponsored by Me Again, because like I can go back and so I've been on this journey now for like, I don't know, 118 weeks or something like that. And so who really remembers like weeks 1 through 4? I don't know. My first week, I lost 4.2. I was thrilled. Just like starting a week on Weight Watchers, right? Second week, 0.2. All right, well, maybe I've wasted my money. Maybe this is a waste of time. Next week, 2.4. The next week, 1.2. 0.4. 3.2. 0.6. I mean,
Yeah, okay.
but you get the gist, right? So it's not necessarily a linear line down. Like you're going to have kind of,
And you're 6 weeks into it, right? So in all likelihood, you lost that first good chunk, and then your body said, "Oh, that's a little bit much. You're starving me. I need to slow that down a little bit." So you're 4, 5, 6, and you're probably going to end up going up in dose at some point, right? So you're going to have to zoom out a little bit, which is really hard when you're that early in it, because the numbers we talk about are average numbers. So it's
Right.
0.5 pounds to 2 pounds per week, or 1% of your body weight, right? But that means you have to have enough weeks there to run an average, because right now your average would be really high. Right now, my average on this medication, when I got to goal, was 1.338.
I was running my average every week. I don't have it on this, but when I got to my goal, I calculated it 1.58 pounds per week in the first 27 weeks.
Now, so if you've got a digital scale, the longer you get into it, the more you can zoom out. So instead of looking at days, you'll be looking at months. You'll be looking at weeks, and all of a sudden you'll see this line going down. Now, there may be little bumps, and you may gain a pound, you may stay at that pound on any given day, but you'll see it go down, and that's the real magic of it. That's the 6 months in, when you're on a major dose there, and you look back and go, holy cow, this stuff works. So it's working for you. Just keep taking your shot.
Yeah. Almeida 142 says, I'm 5'4", weighed 109 at 35, and 3 kids. Then hysterectomy happened, and I began to look like a square block. I mean, I hear that a lot, right? That's a thin weight. 5'4", 109 pounds. You were a thin lady. And then, changes happened in your body with pregnancies and hysterectomy. And then suddenly things aren't looking like they were before, right? Your hormones changed, things changed in your body. And, it happens. It happens a lot. And whether you start these medications because you've had a lifelong struggle, or changes in pregnancy, or perimenopause, or disease, accident, trauma, there's so many things that can trigger this. Travis gifted 5 Downsized memberships. Thanks, Travis.
Well,
thank you very much. You may have randomly received a membership. Thank you, Travis. Weren't we going to interview? Did you interview Travis?
I don't think I've interviewed Travis.
Up?
I don't know. There's a bunch of them coming up.
Yeah, we do interviews every week with people who are on a GLP-1 journey on a series called The Downsized Dish. If you'd like to be considered to tell your story on The Downsized Dish, you can go to our website at thedownsized.org and fill out the form, and we'll check that out and get back to you.
And there's Travis again, who says, Anthony, I would hope those paying out of pocket at least realize there's a lot more to it than taking the shot. The meds play a part.
And that is true.
And it's an oversimplification. But to be very clear, my my statement and my approach to this, my philosophy on all of this has always been to do it as simply as possible. It's to take the shot, drink my water, eat the protein, and eat whole, fresh foods as much as I possibly could. That's it. I take a multivitamin. I don't do anything else. So,
yeah, these medications are a tool, right? They're a tool. And that doesn't mean you can go out and eat junk food and lay on the couch all day and you're going to lose 100 pounds. You know what I mean? Like, you still need to make some healthy efforts for your body, right? Mary Cobb Bloomer says, Laraine, I'll be starting on the 15 with Mochi soon. I can't wait. Since I've been with Mochi, I don't suffer from fatigue like I did with Zepbound. I think it's because they add B1. Yeah, so the compounded medications, a lot of them add B vitamins. Some add glycine, some add niacinamide, which I think is also a B vitamin. But yeah, if you're having fatigue like that, tell your provider and say, is there a compound that might help me with this? And so I'm glad that you've found one that works for you. That's great.
Don't be surprised if you get a little fatigue when you move up to 15. It would not shock me.
I get fatigue every once in a while. And then I'm like, is it just because I didn't sleep, or am I really but at the beginning I got very tired. So yeah, it's just something always to keep an eye out for. I'm the same height as Christopher. Oh, was also same starting weight. Okay. All right. So Gwen is, how tall are you? 5'10"?
5'10" and a half. Don't be taking my half an inch away. Come on.
Yeah, that's awesome, Gwen. Gwen's doing great. Nancy Klein says, I lost 30 pounds on 2.5 Manjaro the last 3 months. Awesome. I'm going to doctor tomorrow, wondering if I should be increasing dose. Not sure what doctor will recommend. Well, are you at your goal weight? Do you want to lose more weight? Sounds like if you're losing weight on the dose, stay on the dose until it kind of levels out, and then it might be a good time to talk about moving up.
Yeah. So generally, most doctors are going to ask you that question, and then the second question is a side effect question. It's how are you doing with your weight loss, and how are you doing with the side effects? If one of the other is like, if you're getting too many side effects, they're not going to want to move you up.
Right.
If you're losing weight too quickly, or you're not losing weight, they'll talk about it. So it's a conversation with your doctor, and they can help you do that. But like she said, if you have tolerated it well over the first however long you've been on it,
I've
3 months.
talked to people who have lost 50 pounds on 2.5. I've talked to people who have lost 0 pounds until they got to 10 milligrams. So everybody is different. And if you can keep going on a dose, But
most doctors these days, their goal is to minimize side effects. They don't want you to get nausea and diarrhea as much as possible. So they're going to try and move you up as slowly as possible. They want to keep you on treatment.
Right.
Yeah. Anthony says, keep asking, CD. What am I asking? I don't know what I was asking about.
Hard to say.
Moments
in Motion 25. At Anna Huber, I'm 5'2", 134 pounds, and I'd like to get to 120 to 125 pounds. But my Telehealth Fridays doc says they want me to drop my dose because they don't want me to get to 125. I am on 11.1 right now, and mad face. You know what? So 5'2", 120 doesn't seem unreasonable, but 134 doesn't really seem unreasonable either. So I think, you don't say how old you are, but I think a lot of people that are my age, like mid-50s and up, we have these numbers in our mind that we always wanted to be, or maybe that's what we were, and as a teen. And so some of that is just not going to be achievable. And to maybe drop that low, you'd have to lose some muscle, and you don't want to lose muscle, right? So you want to be able to be strong, to be healthy, to have balance so you don't fall down. Like, you want muscles to so you can get up. You know what I mean? So I just really be wary of getting down too low to where, and that's maybe, I don't know what your doctor
honestly,
is
what
thinking,
I would do is, although telehealth doctors are good, I would go to your local doctor. If you haven't had an annual checkup, go get an annual checkup, get a full blood panel run, look at all your numbers.
Yeah.
You maybe even get a DEXA scan. Go look and see what your muscle mass is like, what your fat's like, and take all of that data and sit down with your local doctor and have a conversation about your health today, and if you're in a good place or you need to continue to lose weight. And then take that information to Fridays and say, here's all the stuff I've done. Here's all my data. Here's the conversation I had with my doctor, and see what comes out of that. And I don't know what you should weigh. I don't have an opinion on what other people weigh. So it's just, but I would start, you're now to a place where it's a health conversation. So go get a checkup. Seriously, it's, there's so many factors that can happen in there, and you really want to optimize to be as healthy and mobile and agile as you possibly can be. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. She says she's so close to switching providers.
Oh, you know what? I mean, you certainly can. Our friend Sabina runs a website called GLP Winner, where she compares providers. So also where you live, what state where you live can dictate, what compounding pharmacy can service your state. So you can see some of that at Sabina's site. Amy Loses It says, I think many people make the mistake of trying to get to high school weight. Yeah, that's what, yeah. But remember, in your late teens, your body was still growing. I've heard AARP has more realistic weight chart for adults. Well, that's a great point. You can Google AARP weight chart. And there's a lot of weight charts out there. And FYI, the weight charts have shifted over the years. So in 1991, when I went to Weight Watchers at Clemson University, I was 5'6", and my goal weight was 135 pounds. And today, the goal weight for someone who's 5'6", the top number is 156 pounds. So, because I remember I got down, I think when I was 22, I got down to like 145, and I did not make my goal weight. I did not make, I still couldn't, but that was the thinnest I could get was 145, because I was trying to lose weight for my first wedding. So, I got married, and then my weight started going back up. Surprise. But yeah, those weight charts have shifted over the years to higher numbers. So you might want to take that into consideration too. Lucy Lynn smiles. Hey, Lucy Lynn. Hey guys, glad to catch you live. Lucy Lynn.
Hello, Lucy Lynn.
Susie, I mix a half a bottle of Gator Light with my water for flavor. A bottle lasts me 2 days. All right.
There you go.
That's a little electrolyte.
Grant Campbell.
Grant Campbell.
Grant Campbell is a viewer from West Virginia, and I tell you that because I know that because I did an interview with Grant earlier today. Fascinating guy. Done very well with the medication. Has type 2 diabetes and I think a story a lot of you guys will engage with. So look for his interview coming out in the next few weeks. But thank you, Grant, for coming on and doing an interview with us.
Thanks, Grant.
Let's see here.
Reset with Anissa. Anissa. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Nice to see you. Solavita, Power Realtor. Anyone get off Zepbound successfully? No one in this room. 4 months off for me and no weight gain. Oh, all right. Go you. Very stable weight now. Okay, well, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
No doubt. So Zerner, I think you were the one who had lost, what did you say, 30 or 40 pounds in 3 months or something like that?
Was 330, had weight loss surgery in 2015, dropped to 165, regained to 195, then took the shot. Okay.
Which is why I say we don't know what your health history is, your weight loss history, and all of that.
Was she trying to figure out her goal weight?
She was trying to figure out what, not goal weight, but what maintenance looks like.
Oh.
All of that influences maintenance. And if you go back, we've done quite a number of interviews with doctors and I always ask a maintenance question. because by and large, what they say is the more times that you have gained and lost weight, the harder it is for you to go into maintenance, and the more likely you are to have to continue medical assistance if you've lost the weight with medicine. Just,
I don't know. I've gained and lost weight. I can't even count how many times. A million times.
there is
I don't know
lot.
if there's any correlation.
There are.
It didn't help. That's for sure.
I think maybe 20 or 30% of the interviews, maybe even more than that, are people who have had bariatric surgery too. So there are people who have been in. I don't know which one you have, but been in similar places to you. So there's a lot of good information there.
Also, we've come to know that if you've had bariatric surgery, there's some vitamins that you have to take for life. There are supplements that you need to be on for life. So when you hear people talk about, oh, don't worry about supplements, bariatric patients have altered digestion. So please follow your bariatric doctor's advice about supplements.
Let's see. Twin B says, are you microdosing? No, we don't microdose.
What's a microdose? Like, why would I want to do it? I don't think I would lose or maintain on a micro. I don't. Some people are very, very sensitive to the medication. Like if you get super sick on the starting 2.5 tirzepatide dose, maybe that dose is too high for you. And I've talked to a few people like that, but generally most people can start on a 2.5 and go up from there. I've heard microdosing talked about for metabolically healthy people who do not have obesity to optimize some other conditions. That's not what this channel is about. So that's all I got on that.
So it's not to say you can't, but in general, our recommendation is to follow Lily or Novo's initial dosing strategies. Yeah, and if you need to go down from there, okay, talk to your doctor. You can figure it out.
But there's a lot of times people say, oh, I just need I don't need to lose that much weight. I just need a little bit. Or, if you have the disease of obesity, it doesn't matter what dose you need, because everybody's different. Your body's going to be different. So, I think some people say, oh, maybe I lost all my weight on such a low dose. That's great. Congratulations. It's like saying I took 1 Advil for a headache versus 2 Advil. No one cares. Like you have to find the dose that works for you.
Oh, wait a minute. I missed this one.
I took my first dose yesterday, Maverick. All right. Super nervous, but excited for what's to come. Well, awesome. Well, thanks. Make sure you hit subscribe. We've got over 900 videos, so probably any topic that you can think of, search it, and we probably have a video for you. BS says, you're terrific, the 3 of you. I guess JoJo makes 3.
Yeah, JoJo makes 3.
Thank you. Rosalie Van Ness, how do I get past the fatigue? Been on Manjaro since Easter of last year, still dealing with the fatigue. Yikes, that's a long time. That's a really long time. So, all right, so let's troubleshoot this, because I definitely felt the fatigue.
Not a doctor.
At the beginning, right? So here are some things, if you have fatigue, that you can do. Number 1, are you sleeping enough? Are you getting 8 hours of sleep? Most people don't. Sleep is so important. It's important to weight loss, overall health, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Number 2, are you drinking enough water? How much water are you drinking? Can you add electrolytes? Should you add electrolytes? Talk to your doctor. That can help with fatigue. Maybe. I'm not a doctor. Ask your doctor. Okay. Fatigue. Figure out when you take your shot. Maybe you need to take your shot at night and then you can sleep, or maybe you need to take your shot on a Friday so you don't work on the weekend. Maybe you can take it easy. Or are there times of the week when you're more fatigued than others? Like, can you move your shot date around and figure that out a little bit? Are you eating enough? Are you eating
So
enough
nutrition can be a key
calories?
part of it. If you're not getting enough vitamins and minerals, basically fuel to keep
If
you
you're not
going,
eating
it can be a
carbs, you're
huge.
going to be tired.
Yep.
I'm sorry, y'all, but carbs are not the enemy here. No food is the enemy here. We need carbs for energy. If you're not eating them, maybe consider putting some whole grains into your diet. Or
No, the anti-carb people will come out of the woodworks 2 hours into this.
I eat carbs every day. I'm not giving up carbs. I need carbs for energy. If I don't eat carbs, I'm crashing. I'm tired. I'm lethargic. I can't get through a workout.
The other thing I would say is we don't know where you are in your titration schedule. We don't know how much weight you've been losing, when you've been losing, right? But we just don't know. So I would talk to your doctor.
That's too long, really.
I would talk to your doctor, because most of the physicians we've talked to have said you should not have that kind of extreme side effect for a long time. So it may be you need to you may be either vitamin deficient, or you might even need to back off your dose a little bit. It might just be too much for you.
Maybe you need to get a blood panel done. I don't know. Some people might say, oh, maybe it's a thyroid issue. Like, have all your blood work done, get a full physical. George, George, my Greek friend, George. Laraine and Christopher, thank you for all the great content you offer via your YouTube channel. You are amazing at what you do. George is teaching me some Greek phrases. Unfortunately, I can't read them because I do not read Greek. Tikanis, George. Kate says, at Rosalie, I had the same thing for my first 4 months. Stopped once I stopped titrating up. Fatigue? Is that the fatigue question? Mm. That's interesting. You know, your body has to get used to the dose. So if you're going up too quickly, or if maybe your body just likes a certain dose.
Yep.
It's Darium. So much great info. Please make sure to smash the like button. Smash that button, Darium. Darium, how are you? How are you doing? We did an interview with Darium, I don't know, back in December, maybe. Darium is a wealth of information. He also has a Substack, The Messy Middle. Is that right, Darium? Put it in the chat. Really great information. A lot of the mental stuff that goes on when you're losing weight, right? A lot of the doctors will say, oh, you should do therapy when you do weight loss. Yeah.
That's pretty much new therapy on any given day. But
I'm spending all my money on medicine. How am I going to afford therapy? But Darium has a great Substack you should check out. Peggy Naylor. I've been on Zepbound for 7 months and my sleep apnea has greatly improved. Fantastic. I see my doctor tomorrow and hoping he says no more CPAP. Yeah, well, Zepbound is approved for sleep apnea, so that is fantastic. I'm so glad it's working for you. Anthony says, Lorraine's favorite thing to say is her mochi code. I have not said it one time, Anthony, but I'll say it right now.
Yes, you did.
I have not.
You've said it twice.
I have not said my mochi code. I've said mochi. I have said the word mochi. My mochi code is QIYG, the letter O, and 8. And if you use my code, you get $40 off. Actually, I think until Friday, they're running a promotion where you can't enter a code. So you have to go through my link. And then maybe I'll get the credit. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's worked for me. Vera says that's very different. I'm going to check out mochi. $4.49. It's getting to be cost prohibitive, especially since I'm losing so slow. $4.49 is a lot. It's a lot, right? $199 is a lot. $278 is a lot. Nurse Tara says, hello, Christopher. Laraine and Downsizers. Hey, Nurse Tara.
Hey there, girl. Saeed Mash, hello, love all that you do. I took my first Zepbound last Thursday. I have two questions. First of all, let's give you some confetti before we do that. Good for you. And then we'll answer some questions. Is it important to hit a calorie goal to build a deficit? Is it normal to begin feeling hungry by the 6th day? So let's take those one at a time. So calorie goals are there for two reasons. Number one, they're there to keep you in a calorie deficit, right? So that if you're not in a calorie deficit, you're just not going to lose weight easily. You could from some water and inflammation and other things, but ongoing, you're not going to. They're also there to make sure you're getting enough nutrition, which is a weird thing to say, right? It's there to make sure you don't eat too much and to make sure you eat enough. So you're kind of trying to stay in that sweet spot of giving your body enough fuel, vitamins and minerals to live and thrive and survive while still losing weight. So particularly this early on, we don't really track, and I don't know what your history is with weight loss and all that, but you want to be very aware of what you're eating. Whether you track every bite and morsel, I don't know, but you do want to be aware and kind of stay in that sweet spot. You can do a TDE calculator and talk to your doctor and kind of figure out where your calories should be to lose weight. Would you add to that, my love?
Yeah, so you need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. So what that looks like for you, how many calories that looks like for you, is something you can figure out with your doctor or with an online calorie calculator, or with an app like the Me Again app. You can plug all your information in there and it can give you some guidelines. If you have counted calories and you know how to do that, then that's pretty easy to do. In that first couple weeks or months of Zepbound, I found that it was not possible for me to eat at the suggested calorie level that I was supposed to eat. I'd take 5 bites of something and be like, I can't eat. I don't feel like eating. I physically just could not eat. So you may experience that at the beginning too. So it's like Chris said, it's important to eat enough.
But you're basically 1 week in, not even a week, right? Tomorrow's a week. So you will not even really feel the full effects of that first dose until you've actually been through 28 days taken. So basically it gets in your body and continues to build over time, and it has a half-life of 5 days, which answers your question about feeling hungry on the 6th. So you take the shot, it goes like this, and then it gradually diminishes over 5 days, and it doesn't completely go away. It goes to about half a dose. So there's still medication in there. There's calculators out there online that you can go see and punch in all your information, and it'll show your dosage level.
Yeah.
So then when you take your next shot, it shoots back up again. And basically they're trying to get you at a level space where you may have a little bit of hunger on that 6th, 7th day, but it's not overwhelming. It's not terrible, and it's manageable. And you're still on the lowest dose, which, if you believe Lily or Nova, you're on Zepbound. So Lily isn't even a clinically done dose yet. It's really just a starter dose to get your body used to the medication. Now, many people lose weight on that, so it's not to say that you can't, but it's very early on for you. So take your shot, drink your water, eat your protein, and just keep going. And you can build good habits and do all the things you need to do. I don't know how much you need to lose, but this is a marathon, so you got it.
I find that I am hungry on days 6 and 7. And a note about hunger: it's okay to be hungry. Right?
Oh, he's 240 and 5'10".
Oh, okay. Okay. It's okay to feel hunger at meal times, right? A lot of times on diets in the past, I feared hunger. I didn't want to be hungry. Like, what are some filling foods I could eat, like carrots and celery and whatever, to fill up so I wouldn't be hungry, right? This, if you're hungry on days 6 and 7, it's a great time to make sure you're hitting those protein goals. You're getting all your nutrition in, make sure you're eating enough. So it's just something to think about as you go through.
So I'm 5'10" and a half. I was 56 when I started. Was I 56 or 55? I don't even know.
How old are you
and
now?
I weighed 286. So I was, about 46 pounds bigger than you are. But so we're not that far off, and you're asking about what to eat. My instructions on what to eat and Lorraine's instructions, I'll always start with number 1, real food. As she said, we don't ban any food.
Eat your protein first.
But eat your protein first. So eat real steak, chickens, fish, whatever. Start there. And then eat vegetables. Vegetables. And I know you say you avoid carbs. You don't have to avoid carbs altogether. I would certainly I would minimize processed carbs. So breads, pastas, all those things. It's not, you can certainly eat them.
You're not going to have room for
but
them.
You're not going to, if you start with the protein and then you eat your fresh produce,
that's probably
the odds of you having enough space to do much more than that,
yeah,
think once in a while I would eat one M&M, one peanut M&M because I like a peanut M&M, but it wasn't.
You got a stash of peanut M&Ms?
I don't
somewhere?
anymore now. No. I think early on I had a bag that like lasted me like
for a long time.
For months because I would eat one.
Yeah, it's always good to try to stay away from sugar. I'm a big sweets person.
Sugar's not going to kill you. Carbs are not going to kill you.
I still like those things. I just don't eat them a lot anymore. And now I find when I do eat sugar, it doesn't give my brain that high it used to. So I would eat one cookie and my brain would be like, this is great. This is great. Eat more cookies. Yum, 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 yum. And the whole bag of cookies would be gone. Now I have one cookie and I say, oh, that's good. And that's kind of sweet. And I think I'm done with that. And I'm able to go on about my day and not think about the bag of cookies that may or may not still be on my counter because we went to Publix today. So it's just going to change the way that you think about food.
Barbara Hester says, love your channel. Told my doctor about your podcast as a great resource.
Thanks,
thank
Barbara.
you very much. Travis, Valentine's Day interview.
We're not here on Valentine's. Oh, that's... Travis, we need to reschedule your interview. I knew there was a reason I had you on my mind. Yeah, Valentine's Day's on Saturday, though. Valentine's Day. Maybe he's on the 12th or the 13th. And we just booked a business trip. So we have to reschedule you. Travis, reach out to me and... or I'll reach out to you and we'll get you. Oh, we need to reschedule you. I'm sorry about that. Yep. I knew there was a reason why I had you on my mind, Travis. Lisa Johnson says, I have a friend who has lost 25 pounds or more. She also had a psoriasis really bad all over her. Bless her. She's all clean. It's amazing. Yeah. So a lot of, inflammation, a lot of skin conditions clear up with these GLP-1 medications. They take the inflammation out of your body. I know I've had like some rosacea, and it's just gone, and it's just amazing. From the very first shot, even before you lose any weight, studies have shown that inflammation has just decreased in your body.
Bob Sloan Audio Productions, I've discovered that where on my body I take the shot makes a big difference. There's a lot of people that believe that. Mm-hmm. So basically the recommended shot positions are within an inch or a couple of inches outside of your belly button into a ring, back of your arm, the top of your thigh. Yeah. I've tried all of them. I didn't find that it made any difference for me. It's absolutely free to try though. So you might as well see what it does for you.
Yeah, it's good to keep a log, keep some records. In the Me Again app, you can note your shot location. And so it's really helpful if you see a pattern or, people report different side effects in different locations. I think the keep asking CD meant keep asking the celebrity people for interviews. the Serena Williams.
And we'll keep asking. You never know. You never know. Let's see. Nancy Germain says, Simply Taisha. We know Simply Taisha. Well, she was on the cruise with us this past year. Hopefully she'll come again. She's been on our channel. We've been on panels with her. Made a beautiful tough love presentation. We still have to do the work. The medication does make it much easier. I like what you said, LD, that we can't lay around on the couch. Yeah. The medication does do the heavy lifting, but we're still responsible for what we put in our mouths, right? We still have to nourish our bodies and we still need to move our bodies, right? So, yeah. Hey, Amanda, how are you? We did an interview with her not too long ago. I just realized the same thing at Health at Any Cost. I bought a loaf of gluten-free bread, and for the first time ever, it spoiled before I could finish it. I just don't crave it anymore. We were just at Publix today, grocery store, and we're in the bread aisle. I said, Christopher, do you want any bread? He goes, I don't eat bread. I said, well, I haven't been eating bread either. Well, I guess we don't. Every once in a while, I'll have a piece of toast, or I like a grilled cheese occasionally.
I've been on my Kashi cereal kick, so I have not been eating any toast.
Mr. Mike Mitchell, I did an interview with Mike Mitchell that's coming up here in the next probably 10 days, I think. 20 days at maintenance, gained 0.3 pounds. So happy, appear to have found the sweet spot for me. It's 15 milligrams up bound, about 2,100 calories. Good for you, man.
0.3 pounds, we call that flat.
Yeah, we call that a rounding
we
error.
call that amazing. Yeah, so 15 milligrams Zep bound at about 2,100 calories. Perfect. You found what works for you. Saeed Mesh, yes, no cravings, no food thoughts. I realized at work that I was missing something. It was the constant quest to find something to eat. That's called food noise.
Yeah.
And these GLP-1s are taking that out of your brain. So yeah, every day at 3 o'clock, my brain would go off and say, oh, it's snack time. What do we got to eat? What's in the pantry? What's in my desk? Where can I go to find some food? That doesn't happen anymore, and it's amazing. Moments in Motion 25, you two are amazing. Well, thank you. Thank you for all of your advice. Well, thanks y'all for watching. Have y'all hit that like button? So hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the Downsized because, you know, we're here every day. We got videos coming at you every single day. We do news on, is that Mondays? Mondays are news days.
Yep.
We do our weekly weigh-ins on Sundays where we talk about, you know, just what's going on in our lives if you just want to hear about that. And then we answer questions from viewers. So, you know, on our other videos, if you put a question with a question mark, Christopher goes through those and sorts them, and we pick out some frequently asked questions on those. We do interviews with people called the Downsized Dish. We do research on topics that are important like inflammation or protein, or there's a lot.
TT Trucker says, have y'all tried any supplement shots such as NAD or Mike B12? If not, would you? I have not, nor would I. That doesn't fall into my simplicity.
No, they're expensive, and I don't know that it's necessary, and I'm paying enough for my tirzepatide. So,
but if it works for you, that's great.
A lot of people do. Mm-hmm.
Asian Outdoor says, have you tried, is there a Zep bound quick pen? So in the United States, there is not a Zep bound quick pen. This is actually a Zep bound quick pen. One of our viewers from the UK sent us. Eli Lilly has submitted the Zep bound quick pen for approval to the FDA because they have said they will launch it in the next few months when they get approval. It shouldn't take too long. They use this kind of pen for other medications. And then it will roll out, and they're pretty excited about it. I think it gives a little more flexibility on dosing. Yeah, we'd use it. I mean, it's certainly a lot less. This one's been used, so there's no needles. It's certainly a lot less plastic. I mean, even if you don't believe in sustainability, do you really need this 4 times instead of this? This just seems like a lot of trash to me. But yeah, we would use it for sure. Let's see here. We're going to be about done here. Let me see. Anthony says, I hate the anti-carb. Give me my spaghetti.
Well, now, Anthony, we don't hate any people. We just maybe have different philosophies. It's kind of like with the intermittent fasting people who still try to tell me on my posts all the time. Thanks, Darian. My Mochi code QYYG, the letter O and 8, $40 off your first purchase. You can go to joinmochi.com. Yeah, I had somebody post like yesterday saying, oh, you just need to intermittent fast with your Zep bound. I'm not intermittent fasting, y'all. I'm not doing it. I like to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. How are you eating your protein? How are you getting more than 30 grams of protein? How are you getting 100 grams of protein a day if you're not eating for 16 hours out of the day? Like, I don't get that. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't want to do that. If you like to do that, if that works for you, that's fantastic. But please don't come at me and tell me I should be intermittent fasting because I'm never going to do that. Thank you very much. Thanks, Darian. You're the best.
All right, I want to take a couple of more and then we're going to be done. Valvita 1111 says, are you seeing or hearing of gallbladder infection, stones, negative side effects with Zep-bound TERS? So stones can be an effect of any weight loss. And I know there's a lot of people out there who have lost, I mean, I think Barb's lost 100 pounds numerous times. And that can come. It's not really an effect of tirzepatide or semaglutide, but it can be an effect of weight loss.
When I was in college, one of my sorority sisters went on that liquid diet OptiFast and lost a bunch of weight, and I think she had to have the gallbladder removed.
And then the final question for this evening, CJRZ3D. Catchy name. Good evening, guys. Your channel, I love your channel so much, or enjoy it so much. What kind of pasta did you say to buy? Zep 2.5 since 11.21 down 23.4 4 so far, going up to 5 in 4 weeks. Kind of nervous about it. Well, let's start here and give you some of that for those 23.4 pounds and tell you it'll be okay. Well, so you have to remember with my philosophy, I do it as simple as possible. I also do not eat diet food, and I do not eat protein added food.
He does not.
I just don't. So I don't do protein drinks, protein bars. I don't eat protein added pasta. I don't eat any of those. I think that is just not my thing. If it works for you, that's great. I'm not putting you down. But if you want to, I don't want to eat anything that's not the best example of what it is, and I don't want to eat anything that tastes bad. So if I'm going to eat pasta, I want it to be the best example of pasta I can get. So virtually every grocery store in America, if you walk in and look at their pasta shelf, you will find pastas ranging from about 79 cents a box or bag up to $3, $4. There may be some more, but I mean, like we were in Harris Teeter, which is a Kroger, or we were in Publix today, but Harris Teeter has it, Aldi has it. If you stand there and you look, and your first thing you look for is it's going to be a little more. It might be $2, $3, $4. Look for made in Italy.
Made in Italy, Italian wheat.
Right. So, and you want it to be made with Durham wheat, and if DURUM, you want it to be bronze die cut.
Bronze die cut.
So the way commercial pasta is made is it's made with a Teflon die.
Oh, bad.
That will chip off, and you'll get Teflon in your pasta, which isn't really good. But it also makes an incredibly smooth pasta. The problem with smooth pasta is when you then make pasta sauce with it, the sauce doesn't actually stick to the pasta. So it's just a really inexpensive way to make it. If you get a true Italian one, and even like Kroger and Aldi have private brand pastas that are super cheap, that are made in Italy. They use a bronze die. The bronze die has a texture to it. So if you see those, and those pastas are often a little more,
the ridges or the texture.
Right, they're often a little more yellow because they actually have egg yolk in them, and they have eggs. So you're getting some protein from the egg. You're getting some protein from the wheat. And if you compare the nutrition labels, you're going to see this one all of a sudden has sometimes 4 or 5, 6 grams per serving. Then this one has 1. And it's a function of what kind of wheat and what they're making it out of. The other thing I would tell you is measure your pasta. And I don't measure much stuff, but
we were trying to do that the other day.
Yeah, I was trying
to have a measure.
I did, but measure it, because it's so easy to overeat pasta. And if you want to eat more pasta, but know what you're eating to begin with.
I think you're supposed to measure it after cooking too.
Yeah.
I always had that issue with Weight Watchers, like 4 ounces of pasta. Is that after a cup of like?
And we don't eat pasta that much. I mean, we might eat it.
Yeah. It is easy
a couple of times a month, because I like, yeah, I mean, I like soups and things like that. Oh, Piggy's commenting again here. He says, Piggy.
Oh, wait, is that a picture?
Oh, Piggy.
Oh, what? It's Piggy.
It's you, man.
Hey,
so Piggy, this is a bit of a fraud, but we didn't do
it. Okay, so when does YouTube give like an award?
At 100,000.
At 100,000.
Yeah,
okay.
We're not there.
This ain't that. Okay.
We're not real.
So Mayor Mindy, our friend Mindy, our viewer Mindy, gave us this award. It says presented to the Downsized for surpassing 25,000 subscribers. So this was in the summer when we did a meetup in Charlotte, and because Christopher said, "Oh, I want to get one of those silver plaques for."
That's the goal this year. Yeah, by the end of the year, to do 100,000 subscribers.
Yep. So I think now we're at 38,000. So we're growing really fast. So we really appreciate you guys watching and subscribing. So yeah, this is just something that Mindy made for us. So yeah, but we put it on here, and occasionally somebody will notice it and say, "Hey, what's that?"
We're not pretending it's real. But we appreciate Mindy for doing that for us.
Was this supposed to be trizepatide, or this was ghrelin?
Yeah, that's
ghrelin.
No, that was just an incretin.
An incretin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, Condi Carmack has a 3D printer, and so he made us some visual aids, if you will. But yeah, thank you for your super chat, Piggy.
All right. I believe that is it for us this evening.
Done.
We appreciate it. So stay tuned. We've got a lot of good stuff coming up.
Piggy, you need to come on the cruise.
Yeah, Piggy, why don't you come on the cruise, man?
Oh, tell them about the cruise, Christopher.
Absolutely. So we will do our second annual Downsized at Sea cruise that will leave out of Miami, Florida on the Royal Caribbean ship Freedom of the Seas and go from Miami to Nassau, Bahamas and their private island of Coco Cay. We have a lot of good programming and stuff that's going to happen. We're going to probably do some filming, probably do news, probably do weekly weigh-in. We'll do meet and greets. We'll go on excursions together, go to the beach. We'll line dance.
Okay,
anyway, all kinds of fun stuff. We'll do all kinds of fun stuff. But it's an opportunity. Yeah, you get to meet us, but we're the least interesting people there. You'll get to meet fun people like Barb, or another. I think we're at what, 60 people now.
58.
Yeah,
I looked at it today.
So
if you're interested, go to our website at thedownsized.org. Click on the cruise tab, and you'll see our information for our travel partners, Kelly and Roberta. They'll get you all set up. They can book your flights. They can book your hotel for the night before. They can set you up with a payment plan, like all kinds of things. So, January is a big, I think this is like travel week. I saw it on the internet, so it must be true.
This is the wave period, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a time when a lot of people start thinking, oh, it's really cold outside and Christmas is over and now I need a vacation and what am I going to do in June? So this is your sign, this is your invitation to come cruise with us in June for the Downsized cruise. We'd love to meet you.
Absolutely, and if you haven't checked out our Amazon store, go do that. We're Amazon affiliates and Lorraine's curated all kinds of fun stuff that might help you.
And
all right.
Books, like Oprah's book, Summer the Dietitian's book.
Oh, tell them about your Oprah book club before we get out of here.
If you didn't hear me say it before, so Oprah wrote a book. Actually, Dr. Anya Yasterboff wrote a book, and Oprah just kind of contributed to it, and it has her name on it too. But it's about your health, your weight, and what it's like to be free. We are, hallelujah, we are free. We have found the gospel of GLP-1s. It's not a book like that, but it kind of is a book like that. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a book club talking about this book on Thursday, February 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern, right here where you're watching right now. And we're going to go through it. We're going to take some questions. We're going to have some discussion type, book clubby type stuff. I've never done this before, so hope you'll join me. And if it works out, maybe it could be an ongoing segment in our repertoire of downsized video presentations.
Content. All right. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it. We will be back live next Wednesday night, so make sure you check it out. 7 Eastern Standard Time. My name is Christopher Durham.
I'm Laraine Durham.
And we are The Downsized.
Thanks, guys.
Good night.